What are we?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god! Yeah, I see. I see it very clearly. Very clearly.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm the host, Joey, and as always, I'm with Gun and Connor. And
we got the Aussie table right
we
here.
got the Aussie couch right here because
what's up with that?
I'm with Max and Chad from Cold Ones. How's it going?
Yeah.
Hello.
Why are you guys nervous all of a sudden? What the hell?
Yeah.
Cold One. This is S.
You guys know how to podcast, right? It's like almost like you have a podcast.
I don't know how to do it sober.
All right, so this is actually part one of the Cold Ones Trash Taste collaboration.
Yep.
We have not had any beers or alcohol yet, but I'm sure on your set we're going to be having plenty.
Oh,
We'll be having them on your set.
I brought some.
Oh, you brought some.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're starting.
Can you
early.
grab some out of that fridge? The can.
We're just getting started.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I can't do it sober, man. Like I can't talk to a camera.
So this is going to be the less drunk version, I guess.
Pass them around.
Yeah, just
Oh.
pass it.
Oh wow! What is this? Oh wow! Oh, it's in. You got some katakana in there too.
Yeah, we had to put 1% sochu in it just so we could put the Japanese writing on it, and it was fucking expensive.
Hell yeah, nice.
Pass
These
it around.
ones are being
Good.
changed.
Ooh.
These are the wrong
Thank you very much.
Oh, the wrong
Getting,
color. Oh, it's gonna be like more
orange
peach
looking.
color.
It needs to be like, yeah,
I see.
Shochu, vodka, and soda.
Oh, you got grape.
6%.
It's grape and peach. We got grape. We got
This
one
sounds like
flavor
a
of each.
dangerous combination.
Grape is getting changed though, but the peach is perfect, I think.
Okay, so,
Alright,
so drink the
we'll drink
peach.
the peach. Straight
Okay, okay.
Yeah, drink
All
it.
right, I guess.
Well, cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Grog.
Come pie, boys.
Yeah, I drank one this morning
I think
because
it
it doesn't
goes down.
taste like alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Cheers.
goes down.
Cheers.
100 calories as well. Damn.
Oh.
Let's see if it tastes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh, not
good.
bad.
Oh, that's good. I love, by the way.
Say that more. Say that more.
Yeah,
Look into the camera.
it's amazing, Max and Chad. I love, by the way, you guys called it Grog. It just speaks for itself because.
Was there a reason why you put the katakana on it? You just wanted it to have like
Don't
Japanese.
ask me, bro.
I mean,
Is this phonetically Grog or like what?
Good or good?
Yeah, good or
good.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, there's no word that's. Well, Grog's barely an English word.
exactly.
It's an Aussie English word.
Yeah.
Do you guys use Grog in the UK?
Not really.
No.
Do you use it in Australia?
Yeah, it means alcohol.
Dude,
Does it
I-
actually?
I think it was originally what the poor people had to drink.
is that how you're gonna advertise?
And not
Hey,
much has
hey,
changed.
hey,
Something like that before it became like used for all alcohol. It was a specific kind. Yeah, we just call all alcohol Grog.
I thought I understood Australia more than I did. Today I went to go and get like a plug adapter. And then I went and I was looking at the aisles and there was a thing called globes. And I was like, whoa, that's impressive. They have a whole aisle for globes. And so I go to this aisle and I'm like, where the fuck are the globes? And I realized they're talking about light bulbs.
I've never heard that before.
I've never
bro.
heard that.
Sorry,
You've never heard what?
Someone calling a light bulb a globe.
What? I call them globes.
I
call them
why the fuck
I
is it
just call
called a
them bulbs.
globe?
Yeah, bulbs.
Yeah, I was like, why are we changing?
bulb is more common.
And there was something-
it's a better word.
Okay, I don't know. Can you tell what this is? It said Manchester. What was that?
What?
What kind of store did you walk into, bro?
What was
You went to a Woolworths, right?
It was Woolworths. It said Manchester. It's just
Manchester
a bunch
Globe.
of, no, it's like books. It was like notepads. I was like, what the fuck is? We're just like, what is this shit?
That's your problem. You're describing an aisle I'd never walk down. Like,
okay. All right.
pen and paper?
I don't read.
I just
like that.
I thought you would know. You're Australian, and I guess not.
Obviously, I don't know because I'm drinking too much of this shit.
Well, you've had one fucking sip already, but
Drunken half of it. What are you talking about?
oh my god!
You
But
just
before we
challenged him.
get into it, we should probably just in case if there's anyone in our audience who don't know who you guys are, do you guys want to introduce yourselves to our audience?
Yep. Chad, go ahead.
Drink alcohol. Do funny.
That's
Put on camera.
yeah.
Edit.
We don't edit.
We've got a channel and
I'm sure a lot of people who would kind of watch this would know of you if they like YouTube, because you guys have been around for a very long time, doing various stuffs on the internet in one way.
Bro.
You are
Just
an
like
OG.
this man. Yeah. How many years have you done it now, Max? My first video was 2007. I think.
Your original, some of your original prank calls were some videos I took inspiration from when I did start. 'Cause I did prank calls when I first
Really?
started. Yeah.
I did not know that.
But way more cringe than it is anime characters. So,
Yeah, I think
that's what I
mine are
did.
pretty bad to look back on. I think if I was doing
Prank calls
anime-
don't age well.
Yeah,
they just don't. It's just like, I'm harassing someone. This is so funny. It's never something you do when you're younger and then you think this is so funny and you age out of it. You're like, wow, I was just a dick.
Fuck, I was like,
It's okay. You have your arc, right?
Yeah, I wanted to, if I was going to go back to the main channel, I wanted to do like a thing where I would go to some of those businesses that I completely fucked with and maybe do like a full video where I go, hey, I'm sorry for doing
Like a
this.
redemption?
I'm sorry for
I would-
fucking your company up. Here's
They'd be like,
$10,000.
who are you? I
Well,
don't know you.
there's one specifically I know I'd start with, which was Lord of the Dings, which was like a
car repair store.
yeah, and
Car detailing.
Lord of the Dings.
Wait, it's like a very local store.
Yeah, it was just some. Yeah, usually I'd beep the names out of the stores that I'd call because I didn't want them to get any shit. But
Yeah.
this video sort of hinged on the fact that the name was called that or something, so I didn't remove it. And then people started. They got like a lot of harassment to the point where
shit.
it was on like the local news. And then the guy was just, he was being interviewed by the news saying like, oh, my company's fucked. Like, all these fuckers are calling me and constantly I can't run my business.
Sam Asal named his crash repair business Lord of the Dings 9 years ago for a laugh.
You come down here, I'll quote your head with a rock, mate.
Sam reported the calls to police but was simply advised to change his number.
Jesus.
But he was a as well.
Wait, okay, so when is the redemption? How does this work? You just call him a
You go to the company, just like, by the way, you're a
Anyway, yeah, I'd maybe want to do something with him. Be like, hey, sorry for that, bro.
after all those years.
Here's some money to change the name of the company because I think he still has the same name.
Then obviously it's still doing well. He probably did him a favor.
Yeah, maybe.
I was too scared to call British ones, so I just called American companies because I thought, what are they going to do?
Like that you'd get in
Extradite me?
trouble.
Yeah, for like...
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, I'm gonna out us for a second because when we had the idea to start a podcast for ourselves, we were like, I don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we're gonna be honest, half of our like direction was just let's just look at cold ones and just fucking copy what they're doing.
Didn't you send a clip in the chat? Because obviously we're doing you guys next. So he was. I don't research. He does the research. I just
Oh, no,
drink.
this is the first
Yeah.
episode.
And Max like linked the clip from the first episode, and it's you saying that. Yeah, we're just gonna drink on this constantly. And
We didn't.
And we did it.
What are you talking about? You tell me you're a YouTuber. You're all YouTubers, and you don't constantly drink. Cocaine addictions, then.
Okay, no. We would be imprisoned super fast in
Yes.
Japan.
Oh yeah,
with
shit,
that.
Japan. I mean, not cocaine addictions.
Not even that I want to, by the way. I should want to preface that I do not want to, but even if I did, we would be fucked.
Yes.
One sec. Does anyone got a tissue? He's got a hang boogie. It's pissing me off. Oh, you get it? Oh, yuck. Yuck.
So-
You're waiting for the tissue, brother? He's got it. Don't worry. He doesn't need a tissue. On
The bat in the cave.
Speaking
is
of-
out.
No!
I would like one, thank you.
I'll take a tissue.
There you go.
Speaking about drinking, is that is a huge part of your brand. You know, as you get older, you do worry. You're like, man, should I drink less? Do you ever have a concern where you're like, man, maybe we would just fucking drink way too much on this
We,
show?
specifically me, a lot actually, have been having that, like, battle,
Realization?
realization because I'm 28 now.
Yeah.
And it actually, like, I love drinking. I still love drinking. I love.
I do too. I do too.
I love.
I mean, we're doing it now, man.
I can't like express how much I love drinking, but I hate
The
drinking
dependence.
and then having to like worry about work because we drink.
Yeah.
It comes like an end of recording, and I'm worried. I'm like, oh, did this go right? Oh, did I say this? Like, oh, did I upset this person? Because you know,
Yeah, you don't want to be a dick. 'cause you compete on those stuff, right?
and like I'm drunk, but I'm trying to work at the same time. So it used to be a lot easier because it'd just be three of us. It'd be like me, Scott, and Max.
Yeah.
Right.
Filming these videos, and now we've got like a whole production team. Like we got editors, we got like a fucking
Yeah.
writer, and they're all there. And it's like I can't get drunk and then like try call the shots because I'm fucking drunk. So
Yeah.
What about the health?
Yeah, I wondered if there's like I mean any kind of approach to it. Like, was it health? Is there like a business? You know, is there a thing of like, hey, we can't do this for like 10 more years?
Yeah.
Like,
the health thing, I don't really care if I die. but there is, I definitely have had the conversation with myself like. I think there's some weeks where I've gone, we can't drink that much this week because I feel like shit, and we've definitely dialed it back. Like we still drink a lot, but like when we started, it was like
every episode
was like a blackout. Like we
it seems like it.
Now it's sort of just like
get tipsy.
Which episodes are the ones that you need to drink in? Then because
it's because the content is just like not as engaging. You feel?
Because there's stuff that the content is turning children's toys into drinking games or something like that.
That makes sense.
Or
celebrity alcohols and stuff.
Trying celebrity alcohol. Everything else that's not that now, we try to basically remove it from.
So you kind of just like sprinkle it throughout the schedule, right?
Yeah,
right.
So you're like, we're getting blackout drunk for this one, this one. Also, we're just getting like slightly
I still
tipsy.
really like socially drinking. I love socially drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to and I can't do it more than once a week because I'm older. I'm hangovers last for days. Like another thing is if I drink on a Thursday, I write off my next day. So like,
bro, same here. That's when I stopped having to like, calm down the drinking as well. I remember so vividly, like when I was like in my early 20s or something, I was like drinking and my cousin's like, you're going to know when you're old when a hangover lasts more than one day. I'm just like,
I didn't know that could happen. That was fucked up when I found out that happened.
I was like, yo, bet, I'm never going to get old. And I remember I was like 26 or something and I woke up the day afterwards and I'm like, fuck. Oh shit, he was right. I'm getting old. And it's like now now I'm 30 and I'm like, fuck, I can't.
You're 30?
I'm 32.
You're fucking old, bro. What the fuck?
I don't want to hear that from you.
Shit. I'm so sorry.
He looks the youngest out of all of us, though. It's not fair.
I mean,
no, you all look relatively
Are you the youngest?
You're the youngest.
Yeah, I'm 26.
yeah,
He's the
he's the youngest. He's the middle child.
Same age as you. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Sorry, brother.
We're white. We age horribly. We age like they got Asian genes. It's unfair.
I don't know. I have not. I don't think I have. I look at photos of me from 10 years ago. I'm like, I still look the same.
It's fucked up.
I don't feel the same.
No, you don't.
You don't think
the
so?
beard did wonders for you, though.
Yeah.
That covers up all the fucking battle scars.
Wait, how old are you, Max?
30 soon.
Oh, okay. I think you said 32 there. I was like,
Almost 30.
That's crazy though, because to think of like you mentioned, like you started doing YouTube in 2007. That's okay. That's very young.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We've known each other for 11 years now.
Did you guys meet through YouTube?
Chad can tell you how we met.
Oh,
Okay.
I follow him on Facebook when he used to have a Facebook. This is before Twitter was a thing.
I basically just had like a normal Facebook account that I was
You
like,
just, like, add me.
everyone on
Yeah.
my YouTube add me on Facebook. It was literally just that until it reached like the cap. Or
I
whatever.
just commented on his thing. I was like, you want some Diablo gold? And then
Sorry, you say that again.
I said, you want some Diablo gold?
What's oh my god!
Diablo
I was
gold.
bribed him?
I
You
was playing
bribed him?
Diablo at the time or something unrelated, and then Chad commented on one of my statuses or something like, "Do you want some gold?"
Yo, you're a huge gamer, right?
I still am.
Yeah.
He's a double Warglaive warrior.
Double Warglaive warrior, bro.
Right, yeah, like MMOs, right?
Yeah, I still play MMOs. It does nothing. I'm getting older.
That's DJing, dude.
I can't play games as good as I used to.
What do you mean as good?
I used to be great at League. I queued up for a game of League the other day. Fucking, I can't play for shit. I was like, what happened to my brain? Oh, the alcohol.
Yeah, the alcohol.
You gotta drink one before getting in the queue.
So yeah, and I still play like MMOs because it's more of like a social thing because like all my guildies are all like Melbourne based. We're still like really good like players and we kill it every weekend.
That's when like World of Warcraft and stuff like sounds fun when you like actually get like meaningful kind of friendships and bonds from it.
Oh, we did like a guild meetup for Wrath of the Lich King launch and we like
Yes, that sounds fucking sick. That sounds so
hot
fun.
tub and like cocaine and like we just did a 3-day binge of like fucking playing like World of Warcraft and that was good. And they're like some of my like closest friends and there's some people that I've known in my guild for like 15, 16 years, even longer than that. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of
Okay, so you sent Max a message asking if
Oh,
he
yeah.
wanted some gold.
yeah, and then you
And
know
then-
we connect and I lied through my teeth and ended up meeting him and
You didn't give him the gold?
Chad
I gave him the
literally
gold.
lied.
I got-
Wait.
I got the gold.
Why? What did you lie about?
I said, yeah, man, I'm a fucking professional gamer, brother. Like,
He literally said that to make himself seem interesting enough for me to like care. I think he was like, "Oh, I just got done playing like League in Japan or something,
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't think Japan has pro games.
You said some shit about how you
Yeah.
literally toured around like or some shit because you played so well and you were like almost pro.
But I was good at League, but I was
yes, the
And I
one
was
country
like,
on earth they don't give a
cool.
fuck about.
Yeah.
League.
Yeah.
And then we met, and then because I came here because I had family that lived in Perth, and then I flew there, and then I went back home for a little bit and like finished like school and shit like that, and then I moved back to Perth. I kind of like I grew up in like a small town. I didn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
So I like just was speaking to Max still, and then I ended up flying back to Perth, and then
Well, you're both from Perth, right?
no, I'm from Queensland.
Oh, you're from Queensland.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then we just kept in contact, and then
Yeah.
he started
And then
using me as a guinea pig in
well, we
videos.
needed like a meat mogul. We needed like a
A human
we
experiment.
needed someone for the Filthy Frank videos to torture.
Yeah.
Was that okay? I'm gonna ask.
That's where
So how did that come about?
That's where Chad's name came from. Anything
yeah,
for views
Anything for
is
Views.
from a Filthy Frank video.
Yeah.
So is that-
He was the character as, hey, this is anything for views. Like he would do fucking anything.
Was there any kind of application process, or was it like, what will he
yeah,
do?
it
Prove
was-
it. Prove it.
well,
Like
Max was like, I
hazing.
know a
It was
guy.
just like, yeah, I know a guy who will probably do it.
Wait, wait.
I know.
Okay, wait. Well, how did this conversation come about? Was it like, what video were you making? You were like, all right, I need a guy to just do
What was the
something fucking like.
What was the first video? Do you remember that you were in? Like the
The
Frank
first
stuff?
video I did was
I don't think it was the.
I can't
tattoo.
remember. I can't fucking remember.
Was it the PewDiePie tattoo one?
Can we get that out?
I think people like that was like the first video where the name was in it, but I was in some other videos of yours.
Right.
Oh yeah, that is where the character came from.
Yeah,
it's from- it's from
right.
the video.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you when the first video was.
Can we
but-
see the tattoo or?
Oh, I mean, can I show it?
Yeah, go ahead. Show it. man, Show it.
There's some more there that will like never
This
release.
is on the this is on the Patreon, by the way,
Oh
guys.
my god! What are we?
I haven't seen.
Oh my god!
I had a long shower.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I see. I see it very clearly. Very clearly.
Frank there, one that never got used. Is that this cheek?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
This episode is sponsored by Vessi Shoes. Boys, my feet are feeling very lonely right now.
Oh my god, Joey!
some Vessi's on. What the hell?
Oh my god!
Wait, what are these? Are these Vessi shoes?
Put them on, Joey. Put them on.
We advise that you wear socks with your Vessis because it's for maximum comfort.
My eyes are saved thanks to the Vessis.
Damn, you look good though.
Boys, not only does this look clean as fuck, but it's super freaking comfortable. What are these?
Those are Vessis, the most comfortable, breathable, and waterproof shoes you can imagine.
I heard they're 100% waterproof, lightweight comfort, easy to get on and off, and they stretch in all 4 directions, so super easy to get on. Oh my god. And I heard, best of all, super easy to clean. If only there was some kind of discount code or link in the description I could click to buy them right now. Joey.
Connor, you'll be super happy to know that we have exactly that.
my
By going over to
God.
vessi.com/trashtaste and using our coupon code TRASHTASTE,
much?
you can save 15%.
No.
15%?
15%.
15%.
No way!
So give your little grippers the gift that they deserved. Go get yourself some Vessi shoes. Links in the description.
Join the Vessi gang
right
today,
now.
baby.
This podcast is brought to you by CashApp. With tools for saving and spending, it's the best place for you to level up your money and glow up your life.
Guys, you play video games, right?
I mean, sometimes, I guess.
But when you do, especially a JRPG like we're used to, we love that feeling of just leveling up, you know?
every time.
Building up those skills.
Not just in video games, but in life as well.
Well, you can do exactly that by using the CashApp app. All it takes to pay someone is their phone number, email, or cash tag. You can even scan their QR code straight from the app, and you'll see your balance updated immediately, so you always know when a payment went through.
I will never have an unpaid bill ever again. Thank God.
And you can get exclusive discounts with Cash App Pay and Cash Card, and it's a faster, simpler way to bank without so many fees.
So if you want to be a gamer like Joey, if you want to level up your life, you got to level up your money as well. Download Cash App today from the App Store or Google Play Store with the link in the description below. With no hidden fees and a free-to-order debit card, it feels like a cheat code for your finances.
Check out CashApp, links in the description below. Back to the episode.
I always wondered when you were on those videos, was there like, did you have some goal in mind, or were you just like, I just got asked to do this weird thing, I'll just fucking do it? Or did you always want to kind of get a following of
I
some
never
sort?
wanted to do YouTube.
Okay.
I think I said that a lot. I want to stream. I want to be a streamer.
Well, you were, right?
I
for a while.
was.
we can get into that later.
Yeah.
It's not really much. There's not much to get into. That website fucking sucks anyway.
Fuck this fucking.
Yeah, fuck this fucking overly progressive losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
stream on Twitch.
There's a lot more to it. Than
Yeah, I
that.
know.
But obviously, I won't say it on camera. But yeah, that they owe me money. Like, so you know, fuck them. So no, they're alright. They're having a crack. But yeah, I wanted to be a streamer, and that was like where I started.
Well, I guess that it lines up more with kind of the MMO kind of sphere.
Well,
right?
yeah,
It was way more
I loved
streaming,
games, and I still played heaps of games, and I remember watching like Kriparian, if you know who that is.
Yep,
and,
I watched his Hearthstone.
like, yeah, and like because I watched him back in Diablo Day when I was heavy in Diablo, so I was like, oh, I just want to be a fucking streamer. Like, I'm great at these games. I could do better if I like committed.
I'll do anything for views.
Yeah, and then I did that, and then I started streaming, and then I kind of realized I didn't like playing video games on stream anymore, and then I was like, I'll do IRL, and then
I have a memory of clicking on one of your streams in the early days, and it said 0 viewers, or it said 1, but you were still narrating like, "Hey guys,
God, what? There's nothing wrong with practicing.
I know, but it's just like
The
it's
worst
just
thing is
funny
you-
to like
yeah.
think about that as
very
like
cute.
as a moment in time compared to like now.
But you
where
click on like
we're
most
at.
streams that have like 2 views, and they are people just not talking because they're
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
no,
Right.
no one's here, so I'm not going to
Right,
talk.
so
It's like,
that's,
oh,
yeah, you didn't got what it takes. You got to talk.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I was
Already made
doing.
it.
I was basically doing what we're doing on Cold Ones. I was just getting drunk every night and like playing Mario Kart. And people, I don't know, for some reason, people love a really drunk guy playing Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like the first thing, and then I played some WoW and I played some other games, and then I started. Then they brought out IRL, and then people like figured out there was an apps on the phone. It was scuffed as.
Yeah, I mean,
I was
it's still
like-
kind of
it's
a little
still-
bit
yeah,
stuff, but it's
yeah.
gotten a lot better.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, so you're telling me I can get paid to take my phone out in public, be a nuisance, and get drunk? And people were like, yeah, I'll donate to see that. And I was like, fucking say less. Say less.
I mean, yeah, that first wave of IRL content was
something.
well, it was something. It was definitely weird,
Yeah.
really
Well,
weird time.
there hasn't been anything like it since, because it's like, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
the
if you guys
climate,
are the
yeah.
same, but with like videos and streaming, every time
Yeah.
you do something sort of innovating, because that's what it was at the time. It was like something new.
Yeah.
You have to one up yourself each time. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah,
a new
yeah.
thing. So
course.
that some people went down the wrong path, me being one of them. I know a couple other mates that went down the wrong path. They're like,
Well, I mean, the IRL in general at that time was kind of all about drinking and
Swatting.
and then
Yeah.
trying to pick up girls or whatever. It was a
Yeah.
really weird time. It's cleaned up a lot, luckily.
yeah,
So
thankfully, yeah.
I'm someone who's not so in touch with like the streamer
Okay, yeah.
history.
This is a
Can
whole-
you break down what this era is for me, someone who doesn't know?
I mean, you pretty know better than me.
It was
observed all of it.
essentially an era where people were like loved observing other people's life through a camera. It was just like Big Brother 2.0.
right.
But like
and-
it was always degenerate.
But it had to be degenerate. Like it had to be, or else it wasn't
People
going to
wanted
climb.
the train wreck.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, they wanted to watch the
chance
train
to
wreck.
see something
Right.
fucked happen, and to pay for donations that are blasting out into a public space is another huge sort of thing.
And
Right.
like Ice Poseidon did like an RV trip, and I was on one of them, and it's just a fucking train wreck. They like find people on the streets, like not on the streets, but they find like fucked people on the internet, and they're like, oh, let's just bring this train wreck of a person with us on this RV, because you know it's going to go south, you know it's going to be content. Yeah, it's not morally right, but they're like, but money, so
Right.
Yeah, it's like Big Brother, but without like the whole vetting process.
Yeah.
It's like just get the just bring the fucking craziest
paid
dude
off the
in.
guy.
Yeah. Let's
But
just bring him
obviously,
in.
now, because it was such a new thing, there was no rules for it, so you could
Yeah.
get away with doing stupid shit like that. But now there's obviously hard rules on
Terms of
each platform. You
services.
can't do it anymore. But people are still trying to capture that old essence of it. Sam Hyde's doing
a fish tank.
a fish tank. It's the same thing. He's got a bunch of live cameras in a house 24/7. The other day there was just some guy jerking off on the couch. Like,
Yeah, that is definitely like early fucking Twitch days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Is this kind of getting like a comeback from Kick? Because I've seen like articles every now and again. I don't know what's going on.
I think it's kind of like revital. I think a lot of those like IRL streamers from back in that period
Yeah.
who were you know, as a result, banned off Twitch.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
go ahead.
Have
It's
now
good.
kind of like resurfaced
I
on
love
Kick
this.
because Kick, I feel like, at least right now,
It's still
the
really new,
environment
right?
is kind of like just the Wild West.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it has to be because it's a new platform. They don't want to put all these rules in place.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think one of the main problems though is that when you have like content like that, it has to be viewer funded.
Yeah.
Because you can't rely on
Yeah.
brands, right? And
Yeah,
when
yeah.
viewer funded, we're talking about way less money.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why Twitch started like pulling the plug on stuff.
Yeah,
'cause
I mean,
it
you
was
have
like,
to,
well, you're not
right?
making us more money than we'd make from running
Yeah.
an end video ad on the website
Yeah.
or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
So.
like what was that clip of that streamer in Japan who was just like making a nuisance of himself?
The guy lived in Japan for 8 years.
Yeah, it was like-
he was someone from
he was on-
Ice.
yeah, he was
Oh,
on-
boy, was he
Decided
actually?
on the stream, yeah.
Yeah, because
Suspenders?
What's his name?
I can't remember what his name is.
I don't
That's his
fucking
name.
Yeah, that's his username.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Suspend-
But yeah,
Yeah.
he was on. There was like a clip of him on a train because you have like text. I did an IRL stream in Japan, but I wasn't fucked. I didn't do text to speech in Japan because I know that is
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm in a foreign country. I did IRL streams, had a lot of fun there, but
Yeah.
you can do text to speech donations on the shoulder, which
Yeah.
I used to do. But he had no filters on it, so it was playing like all this scuff, like
You spent
heavy
like
bass.
Skrillex on
Yeah.
a train.
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then just the thing that blew my mind is that he got an altercation and then he'd been living there for 8 years and did
like,
not say a
"Speak
single.
English."
Yeah, he said speak fucking English. Like
No,
what
the best part was like the suspenders was like speak fucking English, and then the Japanese guy was like speak fucking Japanese.
And the guy,
like
and,
a
the,
total
and the
mode.
Japanese guy had like perfect English. Like he said,
yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
American.
He said that in English. Yeah.
I was like, hang on, why could the Japanese guy speak better English than you?
But it's like such a pathetic existence to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like you're just you're just like a sad live leak wannabe.
Listen,
like,
bro,
it's
I
just-
was like 1 week away from becoming that. So, come on, let him grind.
yeah, but I
It's funny to what? It's funny to what?
That's the redemption.
You've
arc, man.
had
That's
the
redemption.
redemption. How many people at the same time who went down that path would have had like turned it around? Like 0.1%.
No.
I didn't turn it around. I just got banned at a perfect time.
Do you think
It's like, right? Shit.
do you think getting banned kind of like helped though? Kind of may help you figure out a better direction?
I think it was a sign from God.
I might have been. It might have
That's
been.
That was like an actual.
Yeah, I
Let me
mean,
help you out.
I mean, yeah, it was just like a point in my life where I was like, oh, okay, like I moved to Melbourne after that, and I had some other stuff I was doing, and then met Scott, who does cool shirts. He's like the cool shirts
Oh,
guy,
yeah?
and he like helped direct our videos and everything like that. And then he was like, oh, let's do a podcast. It's fucking easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? So we did a podcast, and then Max did one with me, and Max was like, oh, yeah, we did a full-time thing. And then COVID happened. We're like, oh, no more podcasts. And then now we do videos.
Which again was another like perfect thing because that was the only reason we stopped doing them really, and then started focusing on all the content that was supposed to be like the filler,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
now the main point of
content.
and
Right.
you looked at Cold Ones, you would be like, this is like that's their main stuff.
Yeah.
But originally it was like it's.
I mean, there's
supposed to
only
be guest
so
episodes.
much as a podcast as we know as well that you can clickbait. There's only so many views you can get on like a 1 hour, 2 hour video.
Yeah.
Like, those 10-minute or 20-minute easy to digest videos with like really crazy
Right.
shit happening. It's way easier to reach a bigger audience. But obviously it's a different product, right? So
Yeah, it's a totally different time and content. So, how did the idea of Cold Ones like come about? Was it like Scott's idea, or was it just?
I mean, Scott, essentially was like, oh, I got this video idea where I
like
really want to
drinking.
do. Because he wanted to do a video where we went on Fiverr and commissioned shirts. And then
Yeah.
we did that one. And then the next video idea was yours, where you're like, oh, the Fiverr shirt video. So, well, let's order a bunch of like shitty drinking games off Wish.
Yeah.
And then we did that. And
I
then
love
those
Wish
two videos
videos.
did so well. Like, we're like, why the fuck are we doing podcasts?
I do love milking
Didn't
Wish
we-
reviews.
Didn't we? What of us? Didn't we get crack pipes or something?
Yeah, from
you
Wish.
did.
From Wish. That was
what
the-
was that? We got McDonald's bongs or something, and then didn't Wish tell us that there was a surge in sales for that
Yeah,
item or something? And then they were like, "We want to sponsor you,"
Yeah.
or something like that. 'Cause
So
that shit
there was a Wish house in LA. I don't know if you guys ever remember that. Yeah, there was
No.
it was a TikTok thing, like when TikTok.
No.
What? Google it. Wish house.
know
Google
nothing
Wish
about
house.
What am I? Wait,
Who's got a phone?
like
But there was
Make-A-Wish?
no like Wish.com.
Wish house.
Make a wish house.
In LA, they did like a Wish house, so they were sponsoring
Right.
YouTubers for Wish. And it was a little bit. It was a little bit after our video, and then I got a contact with them, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah, I see this.
yeah, and I was like, oh hey, can you guys sponsor us? Because they started sponsoring a few people, and I don't think they've done it anymore. They never did it with us in the end
This is
because
the most generic.
I think I
mention.
said something stupid to them.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, we really liked your video because of that. Like, our McDonald's bong had a really big surge, and we had
thank God.
And apparently all the drop shippers were making like new Wish things, on, like the McDonald's bongs on Wish and everything.
Do you think YouTubers are keeping Wish alive, like solely?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Because I feel like every YouTuber I know does Wish videos because they're just so fucking funny. Because everything on Wish is so scuffed.
yeah. That's the fucking whole like. It's like you don't know what you're gonna get. It's like fucking like mystery
great,
packages.
it's great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
great.
Is the Fiverr like stage still going?
Yeah, Fiverr's still
Oh
funny
yeah,
sometimes.
Fiverr still yeah.
Well,
okay,
Fiverr
yeah.
tried to clean up the website a lot. I don't know if you guys.
No, we noticed.
Yeah.
They sponsored us too for one thing, and then a second one, and they never paid us.
Yeah, they gave me a budget one time, and I remember they were like, "No, you just do what you want." And then I think as I was going through the video, they were kind of like looking at what I was ordering, and they were getting a bit nervous. They were like, "Hey, remember we said we could do what you want?"
Well, that definitely must have happened to ours then.
Well, yeah,
We had some horrific.
we got paid for the first one, and he was like, "Oh, maybe next time you can't do this," and I was like, "Fuck you."
Shut the fuck up.
I think I literally said to him on the call, "Fuck you." So
Okay, I didn't say
but
that.
he didn't tell me not to do another video. So we did another video with the referral link. Never
Yeah.
heard from him again. And then he
It's not
got
like we
fired.
really
And then he
care,
got fired.
We
So.
don't really care anyway. Obviously,
Yeah.
we want to make stuff that's funny.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
going to use your website.
Well, I know,
We don't
yeah,
need
they-
to like sanitize the content just to get paid like a little bit on top.
Yeah, they tried to
Yeah,
rebrand
yeah.
the whole website to be more like professional, like
There's
focused.
so many scammers
Yeah,
on the
there-
But this,
website.
yeah, every.
They're all
yeah.
going to get fucking replaced by AI anyway.
I mean, half
I
the
don't
shit,
think
half the shit on Fiverr is AI generated.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like it's only a matter of time before AI takes over like YouTube
Every-
content. I mean, have you seen like the Balenciaga memes that have been going on?
Yes,
those.
I love those.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
They're so
Unironically,
good.
I love those, but
They're
at the
so
same time,
good.
it terrifies me because
Yeah.
I'm like, do you remember that trend where a YouTuber would just like take Reddit comments and just read them out, and they would get like millions of views?
We know a guy
yeah.
who lives right next to us, the office next to us, makes millions from it. So yes.
Yeah,
Reddit-
like
Reddit shit
it's
still,
only a
yes.
matter of time before you can just AI like a fucking.
Well,
script.
have you not like a lot of those true crime channels now?
That's
are
what he
all
has a true crime
AI
channel too,
voices.
yeah.
Have you noticed this?
Yeah, yeah.
I have not noticed that. no.
I think Cameo will be replaced by AI like eventually.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
You could-
entirely.
you could just
Yeah,
be-
we did a cameo video recently. The only good thing about it is we get a video with it, which is a bit hard to do with AI. But I was like, why don't we just fucking like use AI to do these voice actors' voices because they're not sending videos with us.
Yeah.
I think we're not far off being able to put anything you want into one all like encompassing tool that can because all the tools do exist already that can
You can make the
create
channel,
the
yeah.
whole video, mouse,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
There will eventually be a thing which is just like an app. You
That
can
just does
put it
it.
in,
Yeah, you're like-
make
Yeah,
this
yeah.
celebrity say this, and then that whole business for
Because you don't need it to be
washed
the
up
celebrity.
celebrity.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just someone who looks like Hank to say Among
Yes,
Us. Man. It's like, yeah.
and then these celebrities where that's like their secondary income because they used to do a famous show but they're not really getting paid any royalties now.
Yeah.
And they live off this. I think that's just going to be slowly phased out and replaced, and they're going to have to
Jeez.
I've noticed that
get a real job.
I started watching some channels that had like get a real job, like drink on a podcast, like get a real job.
Yeah.
Because I assume you guys watch a lot of YouTube, right? I mean,
No,
you
not
don't.
anymore. No.
I watch it and I'd keep my
Keep your eye.
I
Yeah,
watch
to
World
the-
of Warcraft lore
Oh
videos
fuck!
and Dragon Ball Z lore videos.
Goku gets AIDS.
What kind
Yeah,
of Dragon
can
Ball
Goku beat AIDS?
Can Goku beat AIDS?
Well, that is something I love. Those videos, I love those. What would happen if Goku was reborn with all his prior powers? What would happen if Goku
my
died of
God.
his
remember-
heart
Oh,
attack?
you're one of those
We found
people.
the Dragon Ball fan, and it makes so much sense now.
Do you watch the power scaling videos?
Yes! I hate them, but I get them up
I'm
on
never
my
going to have an
YouTube
anime
shorts. I
opinion
can't
in
look
this
away.
room with you guys.
You could have an anime opinion.
No. And anyone remembers the game theory video that they put out being like, what would happen if these Nintendo characters had the coronavirus? And then I think later
Wait, was this real?
yes,
Is
he
this still
changed the
up?
title. I think he changed the title and he may have deleted the whole thing. MatPat put a video out like some shit like what would happen if these characters got coronavirus, what would happen? How would they fucking survive or some shit? I swear that was real.
Who survived? Kirby? Like,
But yes, some shit like
he
that.
becomes it?
And then I feel like they had comments being like, "My grandma died of coronavirus."
then next week it's like, what happened to Freddy?
Well, Mario might die, but if he's got his power-up mushroom, technically he will survive.
He gets the longevity increases. He lives for a little bit longer.
Oh my god.
That's horrible.
There's no way this is real. I gotta.
I swear it was real.
This sounds like an AI video.
This does sound like an AI. This is like an AI MatPat meme video.
yeah.
Is it real?
Game theory: who will survive? Censored virus.
Ain't no way. What's the thumbnail?
Oh, that's an actual meme.
What is
Look at that! What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
So you changed the title.
What is the
but
top-
It's still the same.
Is this an actual quote from the video? Your grandmother who has diabetes and hypertension definitely wouldn't survive longer than Luigi who has a super heightened.
No, that's not. That.
Why is everyone commenting this?
There's no. Let me see.
They're just making the
top
same
two
jokes
comments.
we made.
I think. No, that's definitely just a bit.
That's gotta be a meme. That's gotta be a meme.
Wait, can you read that?
But we can make a reality with AI.
what did they say
voiceover.
Okay, the comments.
Wait.
Okay.
Your grandmother who has diabetes. Why are we laughing at that? Your grandmother who has diabetes and hypertension definitely wouldn't survive longer than Luigi who has a super heightened jump.
What does that have to do with anything?
You just like... You just
Super heightened.
Sometimes the video can be too topical.
That's when you know you're running out of fucking ideas.
I used to like game theory, but you know,
Such brave takes.
You tell him, King.
Tell him, go on.
yeah. Well, you know.
What? I mean, he's just trying to... I think
Well, no, his videos
it's more
fucking
general now.
suck. Like suck now.
I think there was a time that game theory was really fun and exciting
no,
when you were a
I think
gamer.
so,
Yeah.
but-
And then I think it
Yeah,
became...
when I was fucking 12, maybe.
I think when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, I think it became a
You're
different
telling
channel.
me that Peach isn't fucking Mario, she's fucking Luigi? Oh my god.
Was that a theory?
Yeah, it was a theory. That was a
Yeah.
theory.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember this one at all. I
We
think
even
I
do
think
some Dragon Ball theories.
Hey, don't get me started,
Just
bro.
to lower the IQ.
What's wrong with Dragon
What's
Ball?
the wildest Dragon Ball?
it's just
thing
Dragon
you've
Ball fans are the problem.
It's like a meme in the anime community that Dragon Ball fans have like the lowest IQ out of like almost anyone.
I understand that because it's a very simple fucking show. Oh, he gets stronger. He hair color change. Oh, they fight. You know, I don't know. I
get it.
I enjoy it because it's such a like simple.
It doesn't try to
I
be
don't need
anything
to know if
crazy.
Mikasa's fucking, you know, and fucking. I don't need to know that.
Australian explains Attack on
I
Titan.
don't need to know that fucking, you know, old mate uses guns with his. What are those things called on Attack on Titan? There's
3D maneuver gear.
yeah, maneuver gear. I've seen every episode. I don't know why I don't know that.
why are you acting like you're not a weeb? Huh? What are you?
How much of Attack on Titan do you recall out of every?
If you ask me questions, I'll know. But off the top of the dome, I can't. Like,
I think Chad's on his phone when he watches shit.
no. And by the way, I fucking hate it now. Like, it's the show is
Anime?
ruined
What?
for me.
Wait, why?
Because they split up the last best part over fucking a year and a half.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
that understandable.
that
yeah.
pisses me
The
off.
milking
Yeah.
is like egregious.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
I definitely
big
lost
time.
interest in not the because they did the 1 hour special and then there's gonna be another 1 hour special. Fuck knows how long to actually end the show. But the season before that was just kind of like, why? Just wait. Just
Yeah.
release it all when it's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Why are you
Yeah.
doing this?
Well, that's the first time I've ever just read the manga because I just didn't want to wait any longer. So now I know the ending and I
Tired
just
of
don't
being
give a
blue
shit.
eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know the end.
I don't know.
I don't
I don't know the
either.
ending. No
Well,
spoilers.
basically, they have AIDS. They technically all do have Titanades. They die after 8 years.
Okay, well, thank you. Well,
is it 8 years? It's Titanades. I don't know.
oh my god, this is gonna be our worst episode ever. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I watch anime. I don't know
Who
if
watches
he
it the
does.
most out of you two?
Chad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched anime in a long time.
Really?
My problem is if I
don't
pick
think
something
so.
up, I can't stop watching it if I like it.
Right.
Why is that a problem?
I got a job. And I got.
He has to drink.
I have to
I
drink.
have to drink on camera.
What if you drink and watch anime at the
Because
same
then
time?
you were having this.
You got to make another channel if you do that.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise it's a waste of time.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're filming it, then it's business.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I would pay to watch just shit-faced Chad just commenting on anime as he
Yeah.
watches
Aussie reviews.
Aussie reviews anime. That would be amazing.
I get really caught up in the relationships. I'm like, can you guys just fuck? Like, get it over and done with.
That's the thing. They never fuck. You know?
No, that's the problem. You know what? If Eren Yeager fucked Mikasa, is that who it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking show would have been you know, never spoilers.
Listen.
I think he's gay. Like,
Oh my god! I don't.
Aren't they brother and sister as well?
I think they're related. So, I don't know.
Adopted.
Adopted brother and sister.
Not related
yeah.
by blood. All
Yeah,
right.
and then there's some other like plot line in it where she's like, she's meant to obey everything he says because she's like the Japanese, like she's like the Japanese because she's from like a Japanese.
Wait.
In the show, there's different nations, and she's from like the ancient Japanese island. I fucking don't know.
Every time you say Japanese, he's like dead eye contact with me, and I'm like, I don't know.
Like, Joey, can I
don't know.
Can I say it? Can I say the thing?
Can I have another grog, please? Get them all out. Just throw them all around here.
Max, what's your what would you say is your favorite anime?
I've never seen one.
No,
That's fucking.
that's
lie.
a fucking lie. Okay.
This is like on the when you guys had PewDiePie on.
Yeah,
The only thing
yeah.
I can think of is Death Note.
Death
Which is
Note.
what he said.
Oh yeah, that's a good anime.
That show also got fucking ruined.
Wait.
I did like Death Note.
Yeah.
That was like probably the first proper anime when I was like an angsty teen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was everyone's first. Anime.
But I haven't.
Yeah.
I feel like these grape ones are fucking shit.
I like
These are yours.
I haven't-
No, they're good for like.
I haven't tried a grape one yet.
Okay, they are very
I'll
sweet.
try it.
They are very
I'll
sweet.
try a grape.
We
give it
gotta
a-
we gotta tone them back like, a little bit.
Max,
like
pass me
20
that
Yeah, can I try the peach one?
The
Peach one's
the best.
good. Peach one's good.
Yeah, because
Peach one is better.
This one's really
Is there one
sweet.
more?
It's good for like a
Oh,
first
really?
drink.
But we're gonna bring the
you already
flavoring
have
down on this.
pepper?
This is why
I
we
haven't
don't
had
like
it
it because
yet.
it's a bit too strong.
Oh, okay.
Do you want it?
No.
Okay. I'll
So Death Note, you'd say?
Trying to think.
Pokemon?
I did not watch Pokemon.
What do you mean?
I did not fucking watch the actual show.
Wait, you didn't?
No, I mean like it's still going. I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
finished
yeah.
it.
They finished it.
Yeah, Ash is like dead now.
Yeah, Ash and
Close
Pikachu
enough.
just ripperonis now.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
finishing it entirely though, right?
Well, they're finishing
It's never
the
ending.
Ash's
It's
story
like
is
fucking
finished.
Naruto, bro. Oh, I did watch Shippuden. I'd watched a lot of that.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
No, definitely not. I think I was up to like the pain.
All right, you stopped at the good one. You
that's
stopped
where
at
I
the good
stopped
one.
as well.
Yeah, you
I
stopped
remember
at the
people
good
being
one.
pissed off about the animation in some of those scenes. So I thought I liked it.
I don't really.
There's
I don't
like
remember that.
goofy animation in one of the pain fights, and I remember people like really pissed off.
Is that the screenshot of like Pain's
There's
face just
like
like
a lot
melting?
of screenshots
Yeah,
where it's-
yeah.
I really liked the animation in that. But,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Naruto.
Yeah, he's never seen Naruto.
Never watched it.
Isn't this an anime podcast? Shouldn't you have seen every anime?
is not
Yeah, what
This
the
is not
fuck?
an anime
That's
podcast.
not.
This is
Fucking
the anime
fucking
long.
anime podcast.
Okay.
It's so
Yeah.
goddamn long.
But One Punch season 1, I remember
Yeah.
I really liked. That's like probably the most recent like proper thing.
Yeah.
And what's the other show that guy did?
Mob Psycho.
Mob
Mob
Psycho.
Psycho. I really like
Yeah,
that.
Mob
that's-
Psycho's
that's
fucking
amazing.
awesome.
That's
That
Yeah.
animation is fucking.
Yeah, Mob Psycho's
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's very good.
Have you guys ever read manga?
I have read a couple of One Piece. I
couple of One Piece.
It's just
3 pieces.
Is that just never ending? So
I
that's
get-
still going.
That is still going, and it's still going
I get
strong.
hyper focused on like specific things.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, "Oh, I'm obsessed with One Piece manga," even though I hadn't like read that many.
Right.
Yeah.
But ahead of time, I like bought like so,
Oh my god.
and I was like, "I'm gonna read through these," and then they're just sitting on the shelf, and it's like, I
No.
read,
Yeah.
I don't know,
it
11,
happens.
11 or 12 or something.
It's like 1/20th of the
Yeah.
manga.
Yeah, I think it's on like chapter 1100 and
Volume
some-
104, I think it's on.
Yeah. It's like over 1,000 chapters, but it's ending. I swear to God, within the next the next 10 years.
Okay.
Within the next
Sure.
10 years, confirmed.
What's the longest running anime ever? What is
So-
that?
Sazae-san, I think,
Yeah.
is the longest
Yeah.
What
one.
is that, bro?
It's
Say that
it's
in English.
Sazae-san.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you got it. It's got like it's been
It's
going
like the
on.
Arthur of Japan.
Yeah. It's been going on.
Arthur, the cartoon, you know, with
The
the. What?
No, it is.
Wait, why is that so
No, it is.
funny?
It is.
That's just so fucking funny, bro.
It's just like it's just like
You know how like Arthur was just never, it was just always around, and then they cancelled
You're
it.
talking about
Like,
Hey Arthur?
that's how
no,
you.
no, hey Arnold.
Hey, Arnold, you're thinking.
Arthur, the hand
armadillo.
meme, the hand meme.
Oh, the hand meme. I know that
yeah.
meme. I know that show. The
Aardvark.
They're animals.
Oh, it's an
Yeah.
aardvark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
Aardvark?
Yeah,
Well, I
aardvark.
used to have the Arthur books, and if you look at the original books, his head's longer and more fucked up. It looks like an actual aardvark. But then when they made it into the
They made it more
cartoon,
anime,
they
more
made him-
kawaii,
Yeah,
more rounds.
exactly. They're like round. Yes.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Arthur Aardvark.
I've always been curious. How much do you have to cut out of cold ones? Or
Everything.
your general videos, considering like, because
Do you want the truth?
yeah,
Yeah.
I want the truth.
The hand meme.
You knew what I meant, though. You knew what I meant.
I feel bad for the guy who made that show who's been reduced to that.
His entire
24 seasons working hard for children. And literally the hand meme.
Sorry.
To answer your question,
Yeah,
a lot. No, a typical recording minimum
right.
is 3.5 hours.
Jesus.
And you can just
and that makes
for every
a
video, yeah.
15-minute video.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Because it's hard when
So there's
you're
just like
drunk.
whole sections that you're like, that wasn't funny. Just get rid of it.
Sometimes, but not really.
Do you just like chuck it
There's
all on
just
the
so
Patreon?
much.
Or?
Yeah, Patreon cuts
the
like an hour long.
Patreon
Yeah.
gets like massive extended cuts.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, because we actually rarely have to cut something out of our podcast. That's probably going to be one of them where you show your ass. That's
Well, the problem is when you're drinking on a podcast and you get really drunk, you get sidetracked and you start talking about something else, and then you're on a political debate for an hour talking about like why Obama was a better
how
president
many political
than Trump.
debates do you have?
Not actually. I'm just using that as an example.
Oh, yeah.
You get onto a topic and you're drunk with the boys and you're talking
Yeah.
like you're talking.
Trash Taste already has so many fucking tangents. Could you imagine if we were shit-faced every episode?
Well, you're gonna find out tonight.
Oh my
That's
God.
why I said prepare your liver because
We've cut stuff though. We've cut like segments before, but
we cut so much.
specifically?
You got to.
sometimes if we talk about politics for some reason, I don't even know how we get on it, and then we're
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
this
that
is
should
terrible.
always be cut. Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
just like you watch it like we're just fucking dumb.
Yeah.
we don't know. We're
yeah.
so
We just should just
uneducated
fucking
on the
cut this.
topic.
Like,
Yeah,
this-
I have a thing where it's like a lot of the time people want me to have an opinion on something,
Yeah.
and I think it's okay to say like I don't know enough to feel
Yeah.
like my opinion that I should form an
and then,
opinion
and then
on
people
that.
get annoyed because they're like, why don't you know enough? You should- you should
exactly.
force
And it's
yourself
like you
to
should
know.
take a stand.
But what they're really
Yeah.
saying is you should be part of what I think.
Yeah.
Rather than me being like, I want to educate myself. Sure.
That's funny that they they want cold ones of all shows to get more political. I just
I think you
see
can do that with anything.
you
Everything
see
is
Chad's
politics
asshole, and you're
itself.
like, man,
Yeah,
I just want to know how he
politics.
feels about the current like housing crisis in Australia. Like, I just
Simple answer: bad. Yeah, but when you're sitting down with the boys and you're drinking, you just start talking about stuff, and then you look back in the footage later, and you're like,
Yeah.
"That's not interesting. We're talking about fucking how we can poison kids and get away with it." Like
that's premium. That sounds like premium.
That
content.
sounds like
I-
we would keep that shit.
When we did
one prime example, we did a podcast with someone, and there was someone else on the show, and we just fucking walked off set for an hour and just started talking off screen, and we're like, "Oh shit, we got a podcast to record. Who was just drunk?" We're like, let's take a 10-minute piss break, go grab a water, and then we'll continue. And then
Did no one tell you?
I think people were trying, but like, let me cook.
Oh yeah, it's pretty hard to get us back on track once we're at that point.
No,
And we
it's like-
I don't fucking answer any authority. I've had 2 beers.
But yeah, there's definitely stuff where, as well as when you're drunk and you look back at it and you're like, oh, I can't believe I said that. So embarrassing. I'm too
Yeah.
drunk. We obviously send the footage to people as well to look at, and they go, oh, don't leave that in. I'm obviously drunk. I don't need people knowing about how like my ex-boyfriend fucking sounded me with a fucking pen or some bullshit like that. No one said that, but
okay, I was gonna say what?
Yeah,
No
what's
one.
this about stuff being shoved up your ass when you get drunk?
he does it.
This was
yeah,
said
alright, here
off
we go.
camera.
Yeah, this
just
is-
out
we
of
need
the
to
blue?
know.
Let's begin this debate.
I need to know the context of this.
Why is this a thing?
Because have you seen our Patreon?
No, I
how
don't
many
wanna see
patrons
that.
we have? I mean,
You have a lot of patrons.
yeah.
You
want
guys
me to
have
know
more.
why?
Do we?
How many patrons do you guys have?
Fucking no.
A decent amount. You guys have.
Yeah, I
decent
think
Yeah,
amount.
we have a decent amount. Not nowhere near
No,
you guys.
as
though.
much as
Sure?
you
Yeah.
or
I think you guys have
God.
more
Let
for
me
sure.
check.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys just make more
I think
money.
you guys got 10.
We don't because we barely like we're terrible. We don't give a lot to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Well, you need to start
we
shoving
need-
some
we need
shit
to
up
shove
one of
some
you
shit
guys'
up
ass.
Maybe I'm gonna start putting some stuff. Well, Joe did mention one time he'd rather stuff up his ass.
just shy of 11,000.
Okay, alright, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
pretty
Maybe
good.
ours just went up or what?
Yeah.
Man, you guys suck. You guys fell off.
Quick, someone shove something up my ass.
Get the cup.
Get the
I
cup.
swear, if one of you bent over and someone was putting something in your ass, once an episode, you would see a spike.
I fucking hope so.
The sad reality when it doesn't change the patron.
Oh, no,
What is the difference between your patron and an OnlyFans?
Content? I mean, okay,
It's tasteful.
When I spread his cheeks, it's done in a way that is more elegant.
All right, can I just, Chad? You were saying before that it's all my fault.
Okay, let me cook,
Okay.
and then let me go first. Let me plead my case.
I have a good rebuttal. I think.
Okay. It started with me originally just getting my cock out on camera because I'm drunk and I'm like, oh,
I don't do that when I'm drunk.
I love getting my little tiny cock and balls out.
I think that goes way back.
Yeah, that
before
sounds like a
Cold Ones.
childhood thing.
Yeah.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
So that was like the original like pitch to Patreon.
Sorry, real quickly.
Wait.
Wasn't like one of the first times that would ever happen on?
I fucked a flashlight.
What?
I pretend to fuck a flashlight. That was one of the first times.
No, not that. Not that. Way before that. I mean, didn't How to Basic post the photo on his Twitter of your cock just out in a McDonald's?
Yeah, we were drunk. We were drunk around a McDonald's one
But
night.
I swear that was the first time where it was.
He activated
where
it.
You thought he wasn't actually going to post it, but you were like, you can post it. And then he did, and then it was like, oh, he actually posted that.
He took I got my cock out in a Macca's at like 5 o'clock in the morning. There were no kids around. Relax.
Do you?
I got my cock out in the casino McDonald's, and he took a photo of it. It's like this funny photo of me like wearing really nice button-up shirt pants, and this is like tiny cock and balls hanging out. And he posted it, and people loved it. I'm like, people love it when I get my cock out.
No. I feel like you took the wrong message from this.
But obviously, I didn't think he'd post it. I like thought he'd take a photo and never see the light of day. And then I woke up the next morning hungover. I'm like, why is my phone buzzing?
Did you ever think, man, this could be distasteful to some people. Maybe I shouldn't do it.
Do you know how accessible porn is? Have you looked at Twitter?
Yeah, but like I know. I've been on Twitter, and
if they complain about seeing my cock in their feed, they're following the wrong people. That's their fault.
Just unfollow me at that point.
Like, you know, I mean, I see enough titties on Instagram, and like, I don't even follow any OnlyFans girls.
Yeah. So that got posted, and you were like, we can paywall this.
No, we didn't. I didn't. All right, fast forward to cold ones.
Okay.
I start getting drunk and getting my cock out a lot on camera. Then we
This is a
started
thing that
Patreon,
happens
and then
every
I
time.
edited a press. I was like, can I start leaving your cock in? It's kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, all right, you can leave it in there. And then we noticed our Patreon climbed the second we started putting more cock on screen. And then the one time we saw it really blast, we got this like tripled overnight. We got this lizard cam, which is like a camera attached to a big long string along like rope. And you have to like shove it behind your fridge and stuff to see if there's any critters there, any holes.
Or down like drain pipes to find
see
a
where the
ring
clog
or
is.
something.
Right.
And Max looks at me, and this is where it started because it wasn't my idea. And we can review the footage.
This
Max,
is just like one time though.
this is how it started.
This is not started.
my
but-
And then he looks at me and goes, Chad, can I shove this up your ass?
That's the most disgusting thing I've heard.
I'm like, yeah,
That's an
sure.
amazing idea.
We leave it in Patreon. The Patreon triples overnight. So I'm like,
did not triple.
so is there a bunch of people on your Patreon who are exclusively there because they have some kind of
Oh yeah,
connection?
I remember seeing a guy recently when I looked in the comments. There was a guy who was just cataloging because it was someone
Was that timestamping?
Yeah, but someone new had subscribed. And he was like, "Where's Chad's cock?" Like that's what I'm here
He was
for.
like-
a guy replied to that, yes, literally with like a bunch of timestamps of every piece of old content being like. This video, this Patreon podcast at 2 hours and 14 seconds mark. Chad gets his dick out for like a second in the corner. Blah, blah, blah. Just like every single possible thing. And he was like replying to everyone.
So there's a good chunk of people who are just there.
I
Just
think
to
so.
well,
see.
that's the only time we
What?
see like a noticeable jump in the Patreon is when there's a point in the video where I get my cock out for something. We have to blur it. I'll say go to Patreon.
and then it
see-
goes up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do they
yeah,
get out of that?
I don't know.
It's funny. It's like a bunch
Seeing something they shouldn't.
Oh, okay,
they think
okay,
they
okay.
shouldn't be able to see.
I guess so. Yeah.
You guys are lying if you say you've never been drunk with the boys and one guy says, "Oh, it'd be so funny if you fucking like
your
we
dick in my
wax
mouth."
stripped your like balls or your cooch."
We have never had
done
that
that.
comment.
Man, you got
Not
some
even
straight
Real
friends.
funny.
we go to the onsen. We always see each other's dicks.
Wait, Joey, what?
I've done it.
It must legend.
Must be an Aussie thing.
It must be an Aussie thing.
This must be an Aussie thing.
Okay, Joey, we've been friends for how many years, and this is just
Joey
coming
has
out
never
now.
done this.
I've got my cock out in front of the boys before.
Yeah. That's it. Get it out
No.
on Patreon.
Yes, you see, now that you've done this, they're going to make you do this. You've resigned yourself
I'll only
to
do
doing
it if you go to the patron.
I get your cock out right now.
I can't.
But dude,
But
that's how you do it. Yeah, then you stand up, you dick out, and you put the big black box over it that says Trash Taste.
My favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really funny to see you leak Ludwig's balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That was like an actual accident.
Yeah, I know it was.
That was Chad just being like.
The chat
I was
log.
drunk when he messaged me.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
The chat log was so funny. It's like, hey, Ludwig, do you want me to blow your balls? Yes. All right. Okay. Puts them in the thing uncensored.
Okay, let me explain. Let me.
It's so fucking funny.
I have an Apple Watch. Okay.
Okay.
So I
All right,
don't-
Tim Cook, come get your
I
man.
don't see the previous messages before that. And Max can atone. How bad is it with me reading messages above?
Oh, he can't read. He just can't read. Like,
Okay, well, that's, yeah.
He's just illiterate.
I messaged Ludwig.
he's
I
legit.
messaged Ludwig in the morning, like,
So, so by the way, what happened is that Ludwig's balls were leaked because they
On our
didn't
Patreon.
censor them.
yes.
so you get Ludwig's balls too. Nice balls. I sent him a message in the morning, and I was like, "Oh, hey Ludwig, here's the Patreon cut of your episode. Like, just review it. Tell us if you want anything cut. Your balls are still in it." Because in the recording he said, yeah, you guys can leave my balls, and it's fine, like while he was drunk, obviously. And I said, if you want us to blow your balls, just let me know.
What a weird.
And then I'm drunk that
Another
night.
day in the cold one.
And I'm drunk that night, the night we're meant to be posting it,
God.
like the final 3-hour crunch, and I just get this yes lol. And I'm like, oh,
It's
what
fine.
did I-
It's
It's
fine.
funny. It's
yeah, but
lol.
like
He
in
said
my,
lol.
in my head, I
said
thought,
yes, yes.
I thought in my head, I thought I said, hey, is it okay if we leave your balls in? So I thought he was replying. I thought he was replying to yes, you can leave my balls in. I didn't read the previous messages because I even took a photo of my like Apple Watch message that said yes, lol. Like, yeah, he said it's okay, guys. And I sent it to the editors, and it turns out I didn't read what I actually sent above. I'd forgotten what I had sent.
To be fair, he took it like a champ. Like,
He used it for
Yeah,
content.
He
yeah.
made like he took that and he ran with it.
Yeah.
and made,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it into, like,
Yeah, good on him.
a positive
And he hasn't
point,
messaged
so-
me since. So I mean,
Yeah, what was the, I always wonder what was the conversation when it happened. What was it like? Ah, shit, my bad, mate.
Did he message you being like, yo,
no,
my
he never
balls,
messaged me. He just I just saw a bunch of videos about
I think we
it.
just started getting tagged in all these like. It seemed like he did a fucking like press run with it.
Yeah,
he was
did
on
he
like
did-
everything.
He did like
talking
a
about it.
mogul
My
mail.
balls are out.
Yeah, he milked it for a video. He made a mogul mail about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then I remember all the streamers as well were reacting to it. So it was lots like live stream fails, clips about it, stuff like that. And I was like, man, we did this motherfucker a favor.
Dude, Critical
but
made a
I'm
video
sorry.
about it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you know
like
when you made
fucking
it. You
everywhere,
made it
yeah.
when Critical's made a video about
So
it.
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I am. Can I say it on this show?
You just did.
No, you can't say that on the show.
I am stupid.
This episode of Trash Taste is sponsored by GamerSupps. You think you're a true gamer without drinking the sweet gamer juice of GamerSupps? As Connor would say, peasant. As if you could truly game without the 0-calorie energy formula, keto, diabetic friendly, guilt-free, healthy energy drink that keeps you calm and keeps you alert throughout the day. I'm ready to game! If you don't even need energy but just want to replace all the sugary crap you put into your body, then they have the caffeine-free GamerSupps too. They have GamerSupps for everything. Right here I've got the citrus lemonade flavor, but if that's not spicy enough for you, don't worry, GamerSupps has got you covered. Arctic Cooler, Blowhole Bask, Guacamole Gamer Farts 9000, Titty Milk. I swear to God, those flavors taste way better than how they sound. And introducing their newest flavor, the JFJ brand Snake Oil. This is the first GamerSupps dessert flavored drink, cause there's apple pie for all you sweet, sweet gamers out there. But GamerSupps don't discriminate here, weebs, you can get your own waifu cup as well. Recently, Shy Lily just released her new waifu cup, so weebs, get your gaming on today by going to gamersupps.gg/trashtaste and using code TRASHTASTE. That's gamersupps.gg/trashtaste. Thank you very much to GamerSupps for sponsoring this episode. Back to the video.
You can stream on Patreon now, can't you?
What?
I'm pretty sure you can. Patreon has video hosting and streaming now, so you can just like stream on straight to Patreon. So if you want to do a fucking cock and ball out on center stream, like go for it.
How much money would it be worth to us to do a naked stream? What's my price?
I'd pay like at least $50 to sit on that. And you got to have text to speech so I can donate and comment on the looks of
Nice
the cocks.
balls. Nice balls.
Nice balls.
Nice balls.
Oh my god.
So is getting your cock out just an Aussie pastime?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Because Joe, when have you got your cock out? I have never heard any. What do you mean many times, Joe?
Wait, you guys were just saying in the bathroom before seeing each other's balls.
That's an onsen. That's different. Because
That's still getting your fucking cock and balls out in front of your friends.
There's a massive difference between getting your balls out in a McDonald's and getting your balls out in a place where you are supposed to get your balls out.
I think as well there might be like a Japanese thing to it as well, because like again, because we have that like whole onsen culture, right? So we're already not afraid to like see each other naked.
That's a deadly combo.
It is a deadly combo. So it's like I have the Aussieness of not giving a fuck about people seeing my balls, and I have the Japanese side of just getting used to seeing each other.
I think when I stopped caring, it was the same thing where I had to get my cock and balls out in front of everyone for an extended period of time. I was in LA and we went to a Japanese spa. It's called Wii Spa.
Right.
But it's, you gotta be
Wii
naked
Sports.
for it. Wii Spa. And all the boys, I don't know if you remember Greek God X, a bunch of like old streamers.
Yeah.
We were all there and we all got our fucking cocks out. And I was just like, this is normal now. Balls and cock are just...
After a while, you just like
Disconnect.
don't care.
You disconnect,
Like, it's just like,
yeah.
oh, yep.
I'd laugh if it wasn't actually like a mandatory thing. You just like turn up and you just go, you're the only ones with your cock and balls out.
Right, now we got
like,
Hootie. You walk into the establishment already with your cock and balls out. It's just like, what, guys? Where are your cock and balls?
This isn't normal. You should be naked.
Why are you wearing pants?
You said you've been to Japan many times before.
Yeah, I used to go once a year. I try to, because I had friends in Korea who were in the military, people I met online.
Right.
I don't know if you
Like
guys
MMO friends or?
Yeah, MMO friends. I don't know if you guys ever went to Korea. I can't remember, on the hill with where all the army guys stay. But if you're in the army in Korea, if you're an American, they're all American. If you're based in Korea, you get like 3-bedroom houses. To stay. It's like so nice. So I'd always go there and be like, can I stay in one of your spare rooms for like a week? So I'd go like Japan, Korea, and then fly home, maybe stop somewhere else on the way. So I used to do that every year, but I haven't done it since COVID. I miss Japan.
You said you just got like slept on a train once and just woke up in a random town.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get the train passes.
Yeah.
JR passes.
Yeah, JR passes, and you should fucking. I was in an Airbnb and it's like ended because I'd always just travel with like a backpack and a really small suitcase.
Right.
So I hopped on one of the trains one day and I fell asleep. Not on purpose. I just fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm here now. And I messaged one of my friends and I said, what's there to do here? And he was like, well, you're like an hour bus ride from a really cool village with nice scenes. I was like, all right, go there. And then I'm there. I'm like, what the fuck's there to do here? And it's like,
Dude, do you remember whereabouts you were? Or?
I was really, really far west because up the top it snows, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was really far down west near like fishing villages. So I went to I went to one of the fishing villages and I was like, what do I do now?
That's every village.
And I was like, what do I do now? And he's like, people just go
Fish.
there. Yeah, let's go there and
Start
fish.
fishing.
So there's got a bunch of local guys there and they like, you just walk up to them. He's like, yeah, just fucking translate this to them. They'll give you a fishing rod for some money. I went there and fished and that's all I did for like
Lived
2 or
your
3
best
hours. I
life.
just sat there and drank out of vending machines and fished. Right.
That sounds awesome.
It was actually really great. And I caught a bunch of what are the little? They look like giant sardines. What are they called?
Trouts.
Trouts. That's it. Trouts. I caught a bunch of trouts, and I was like, oh, I don't know how to fucking like. I don't know where a kitchen is here. Do I light a fire and cook it?
Yeah.
And there was
Japan,
like,
bro, you
there
eat
was
'em
like-
raw.
There was like 2 Japanese guys that were a bit younger than they're like teenagers that live there, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think they were just fucking. Like they just sat there and drank all day too and listened to music and they're like, oh, you come back to our fucking place and we'll cook. And they're just like outdoor kitchen. I ate with them and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it was
sounds
great.
so dope.
But I didn't know how to ask them if I could stay there for the night. So I ended up sleeping at a bus stop that night after they fed me.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, you know who Jake and Baker's, right?
Yeah.
He was the one that gave me directions. I was like, can you translate this? I was just messaging him on the phone. Like, can you translate this for me, please? Like, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. And yeah, I haven't
Was it
been-
like river fishing or like sea fishing?
it was river fishing. One time was river fishing, and one time was like it was salt water, but it was like just before the ocean.
Bro, you got like a more legit fishing experience than we did because we just had like a company outing where we all went fishing, and it was like river fishing. So I was like hyped because I've been sea fishing before, like on a boat, and it's just
It's shit.
it is not a good experience.
brutal, yeah.
It's
You don't
so
like
brutal.
fishing on the boat?
don't know, because like it's just so much more intense. Like to me, fishing is just like putting the rod out,
You want the
having a
serenity
chill,
of it.
yeah, having a chill beer and just like chilling out, relaxing with the boys. But in sea fishing, it's actually like gameplay. You know, you like actively have to like put the chum in the bait and then just like
And then the
chuck it
whole
in.
boat smells like rotting fish.
Yeah. And it was the only time I've like been seasick in my life. So we go like river fishing with the company, and we're like, great, we can go to a river, chill with the boys, and then so they take us to the river, right? And they're like, okay, you can start fishing in about 15 minutes. And we're like, why do we have to wait 15 minutes? And they get like a bucket out. They start chucking fish into the river
To attract more fish.
No. As like the fish that
But you're
we
gonna
can
catch.
that we
The
can
river
catch.
was empty.
What's the fucking point?
And they were just like, game start. And they just start chucking fish into the river. They're like, all right, go catch him.
Oh, now I feel blessed as fuck because that sounds like shit.
You actually got like the proper experience.
I mean, it was more of a stroke of luck. Like, I fell asleep on a god. Because the one thing I love about Japan is I know I'm not going to get killed or robbed. I've met people that are Yakuza before, and they're fucking someone nice. I got robbed by one, but that's another thing. When we were in Shibuya, we went up a fucking rogue elevator, blackout drunk. And I was like, empty your wallet. And I was like, yes, had tattoos. I'm like, I'm not gonna gamble here. I'm just gonna give him my fucking money.
No, wait, he was just like, give me your money.
Yeah, he just said, give you money. I was like, I'm not taking this.
Why
gamble.
did you preface this story by saying, I know I'm not going to get robbed?
Yeah. And then
Except I
immediately
did.
gets
all
robbed.
right.
I mean, yeah, that's different.
Actually,
That's
I
different.
don't think that counts as robbery. He just asked you for your money.
Yeah,
Politely,
yeah.
he was like,
Yeah.
please, sir, can I
That's
have
just
some of your
that's just
money?
a transaction.
Yeah,
Like,
but I met some other Yakuza members and they were like really nice and they were like tatted up guys. Like they were just crazy, and that was nice. But I know that no matter where I go, I can find my way home because I got Google Maps on my phone. I know that wherever I go, I'll find a way to eat and sleep and drink.
yeah.
Because it just comes out of a fucking vending machine most of the time, or a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just feel safe there. So when I'm there, I like to just
Wander
essentially
around.
just fucking.
I think the crimes
Look
there
at-
are either like absolutely nothing at all or like the most horrific shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either
That
0
could be
or
possible.
100. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
like,
sure.
there's
But
so
that's
many
obviously
fucked up crimes that happens in Japan, but most of the time, it's
Yeah.
like
most
very,
of the time
very
the police
chill.
have nothing to do. And they're
Yeah,
just
then
like,
you hear about this one murder where like
It's like, oh, a cat has disappeared, and then the next day it's like a dude jumps in a truck and runs over 17 people. It's like, whoa, all right, chill.
I always find it weird how in all the local municipalities they have the accident sign and death sign.
Oh,
so they
yeah.
count the deaths in each area every day.
Like road deaths, right? Yeah.
Not just road deaths, not just general deaths in
is
the
it?
area.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of morbid.
it's kind of badass.
Imagine you're walking down like central London, like we've had 15 deaths today, and you're like, great, thanks, I guess.
yeah, it's funny as well because sometimes you go to tourist areas and especially in like Kyoto, you see some like weird signs of things that you shouldn't do, which is depressing because that means someone has done it. So you go to like a car park and there'll be literally signs that says, "Please do not shit." Like just please
Kyoto, I remember
don't
this.
shit. Yeah, and I went to Hakone the other day and I saw like the weirdest one where we were in the toilet and there was a sign saying, "Please do not like fish." There was a guy with a fishing rod. There was a guy with a fishing rod on the toilet, and just the sign says no. And I was just like, this is depressing because that means someone's actually tried and done that.
Like,
I just want to know.
I'm trying to figure out.
I just want to know what happened, what the backstory of this was.
Well, there is
I
no,
want to be
there's
the
no
reason
signs.
one of those signs is up.
It's probably
now.
you. It's
Yeah,
not
you're
you.
probably the
I'm
reason why
tempted
most of them
now.
are
There's
up.
no sign saying you can't whip your dick out. So
I feel like I would get thrown in jail for a couple nights if I did that in Japan. Would I? No, actually, no, I wouldn't.
What?
Would I? Get your cock out. I've seen a naked person in Japan.
I mean,
You can get
there's
you could
public
you could definitely
indecency
get arrested.
laws.
for
Is
it.
there?
Yeah.
You could be held for like 24 days.
Jake took me to like a sex street.
Okay.
And it was a bunch of African dudes as security guards that like harassed you. And he took me to a blowjob bar. I went and got a blowjob at one of the blowjob bars. And that was also the same night I
was
got
the red
robbed.
light district. in
Yeah, red light
Shinjuku,
district. And that was the same night we got robbed because I was blackout drunk. I'm like, let's just fucking try this place. And we get in the elevator and he's like, please give me your money. I was like, okay.
I think it's Kabukicho. Yeah.
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 There's
love how-
you went to a blowjob bar?
Yeah, it was really funny. $80, 30 minutes.
Was it good?
It wasn't the best I've had, but it was alright.
What exactly is the setup?
The setup is like this. It's like leather couches for one person. And you sit back to back with another guy on the leather couch on the other side. Okay. So it's like a big room with the couches.
Yeah, it's like,
and she just sucks your dick in front of you, like here. And there's maybe a guy. It was pretty empty that night.
That's
so there wasn't a guy behind me. There was a guy over that side.
That's so nasty.
You know, $80, 30 minutes. I finished in 3 minutes.
Oh my
Small talk for 27.
Yeah, she couldn't speak English. I had a cigarette. I was left her a tip. I was on my way. I did it more because Jake was like to me, you won't fucking do it. And I was like, I'll go in there and do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you forget my username.
This was the when I first started seeing stuff from you, the one thing I was kind of shocked by was how open you were about prostitution and how you partaked in it.
Well, it's legal here.
No, I know it's legal.
I'm so desensitized to the idea because
right.
it's so like legitimized here, and it's expensive, and there's like testing, and it's all like set up properly, and like I'm not against it. I'm totally not against it. And then so I'm like, well, if I'm not against it, why not try it? And I did. I have dabbled.
What do you? Okay, so there's probably some people watching this who are probably like, oh my god, that's so gross. Like, what would you say to those kind of people who think?
Girl bear. Like these people these are working get paid good money here.
Yeah.
They do regular testing.
Yeah, I think Japan would definitely benefit because they have so much sex work.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so legitimized here, and it's just like you meet this person, and some of the girls that I've paid to sleep with, it's like $600 an hour, and I'm like, oh, you drive a fucking $150,000 car? I can see why, because if you just have, and they're doing regular meetings, and some girls I met were telling me like, oh, I have a regular, I don't even have sex with him. Some 6-year-old guy just pays me to come to his house for 5 hours a week and like rub his back and talk to him. Because people are just...
because people are lonely. Right?
Yeah.
They just want to
It's
see
just
more
like
than
sugar daddy.
Yeah. And it's just like... And then she's like, on the side, I'll get casual clients. And they're like real picky. If you walk in there and they don't like the look of you, they'll be like, I ain't serving this guy.
Damn.
Like I've walked in there before with like
from experience.
No, it's thankfully never happened to me because I've never walked into a place like drunk or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've definitely like met some friends, had the same conversation we're having here. Like, yeah, I've been with some like sex workers and like, oh, you've convinced me. I'd love to try it. I'm like, you've had too much drink. Like, no, you have to tell me. I'm like, I'm gonna take you there. They're gonna realize you've had drinks, and then they're not gonna, because they don't serve people like that. They're like, it's not like disgusting place. It's like you've had too much to drink.
I guess when you can make good money from it, you can also afford to be picky about it.
Yeah, there are places that I've been to, and it's like, oh, you got a 3-hour wait for a girl. Like, you want to put your name down and wait? Like,
well, there's,
like
I know there's some
for a
places,
Rolex or something.
I know there's some places where it's like you can't even like go in on the date. Like you have to like book like days or like even weeks in advance.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
just to be like, I want to see that girl.
Yeah, that's just like the girl. She's booked out because literally some people book the girls for days. Like rich people will just be like, hey, I want this girl at my house for 2 days. I know it sounds crazy because you never think in your head. Because I know maybe if I was really rich, but I know I'd never pay to thousands of dollars to have a girl give me attention for a few days.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that are like, I'm rich, I'm single, or I'm divorced.
It's also just like fetishes for everything possible now.
A lot of people like being financially cucked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's legit like for every possible thing.
I don't know. One of my arguments is the economy is fucked, and I have paid upwards of $600 for a date. So why not just pay?
You're a true hero. The housing crisis is solved.
Not all heroes wear capes. With one goal in mind, sex, and I'm just like, and it's not guaranteed. So why would I pay for this expensive date when I can pay for this?
I mean, I think it's like just an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people where they don't like talking about it because they don't like the idea of somebody paying for it, and they'd rather just be all secret and run terribly and run by gangs and stuff. Yeah, when it makes way more sense to have it more regulated and done safely and all above board.
It's so well done in this like country.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I can tell you a million stories about like situations I've had that have been so professional with them.
Too many stories. Some might say.
But like on both ends of the spectrum, I can get laid without it, but sometimes I'm a bit fucking lazy, and I do have disposable income, so.
Just pay to win.
Pay to win, yeah. It's exactly it.
Why would I do a free-to-play game when I can pay to win?
Yeah, you tell me about your CSGO skins and shit. I'm telling you about my CSGO pussies.
I think the thing about Japan is that we have like girls bars and host bars as well, where people are interested in not just paying for like your service, but just paying for like company and just someone to feel like.
People are just lonely.
People are just lonely in there. And like, you know, talking about like fetishes, there's like a fetish for every bar under the sun that you can think of in Japan. So it's something that people like don't really talk about, but obviously there's a lot of interest in
It's
that.
because Japan is obviously so... It's got obviously both ends of that spectrum where it's so
very
frowned
conservative,
upon.
yeah.
For like certain stuff. So then that sort of stuff builds under the surface and shows itself
repression, right?
in
When you
so
get
many
repressed,
different ways. Yeah, exactly.
You know, sexually.
Also, isn't the culture there like working 7 days a week as well? So like, when do you ever have time to actively look for someone to date? Like, no, you're gonna find time off and you're gonna go spend at those bars.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
Unless it's some like family
there is
arranged
a-
relationship where they've introduced
Or like you
girl.
start dating someone at your workplace.
Yeah.
It-
and that
it's,
never ends
there's
well.
no shortage of those types of establishments in Japan. Like even in places where they would be like pretty like I guess like family friendly or whatever, they'll just be there like massive signs saying you know whatever you can get it. It is kind of crazy how it is illegal, but it's still so easy to find. Like it is not at all like
Strange.
difficult
It's
to
very
get or
strange.
find. And you just think, well, why don't they just regulate this? Like, but I guess also
I think the reason why
No
they
way.
don't regulate is because they don't want to even admit that it's
Yeah,
there in the
it's-
first place.
it's easy to sweep it under the rug,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's like you're sweeping it under the rug to the point where it's become this like comical, large mounted fucking thing that everyone can
Well,
see.
I
went
But
to
it's
a-
still like, let's pretend that's not.
There's this pub I went to in Yokohama, and literally opposite it is this giant flashing neon sign, and it's literally just right next to the train station, just saying like 30 minutes, 50,000, and it's like this is
That's
like
like what I
almost
paid. That's
Is that Monty's?
yeah.
I know what you're
It's
talking about.
almost a joke, like
On the
how-
other side of the river, right?
Yeah, it's almost a joke how comical this is, like considering it's illegal, and it's like. They've got the brightest sign in all of Tokyo, like just there. Like it's so fucking.
Well, I mean,
like,
pachinko
obvious.
parlors are the exact same thing, right?
Yeah,
Where it's like,
yeah.
oh, it's supposed to be a loop around for the whole like anti-gambling laws that they have there, but they're also the brightest, biggest fucking
What's the
buildings
thing
in
with
existence.
that? You take it the thing to the gold next door or
You
something?
Yeah,
win balls.
so-
The
Yeah.
balls aren't worth anything in that store, but
you take it to
funny enough,
another
there's another store that'll
company-
buy
yeah,
the balls for
right.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you hit like a mega jackpot on one of those?
No, it wasn't Pachinko. It was like just
But it was one of those ball games, wasn't it?
There's a million fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever cash in those? Do you know how much those points were worth?
No, that's probably nothing.
But also, like gambling's illegal. But,
But
then
the-
horse betting and boat betting is also illegal. So it's also
When-
really weird.
When I was there, I would win stuff even in the claw games, which is essentially still gambling.
Yeah.
And I'd get my
Yeah.
prize, and they'd say, "Can we buy it back off you?" I was like, "You can just give me money for the toy? Yeah, go to this store down the road. and
Yeah.
if you can't take it in your bag, this store down the road will buy it."
Yeah,
off
it's
you.
it's the loophole around it is I think the law is that like one
Claws are considered skill
establishment
games, I think.
yeah, one establishment isn't allowed to do the whole entire transaction in the
Right.
one building. So the loophole is that they just separate it into two different
Yeah.
establishments.
I think at one point it was literally a different floor. Like, oh, go at one floor
Yeah.
and you can sell your prizes.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, well,
okay.
some people are pretty good at them. Just spend all day playing.
Are claws
them
actually
and
skill
some.
games, Connor?
They are. I've done so many videos doing it,
Yeah.
and like you know, sometimes I would look at a machine and I'd be like, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to lose money 100% on this one. But other ones, I'm like, okay, this is very achievable.
I remember
Depends on how you do it.
going to staff would always come up and show me how to
Yeah,
do it,
and you can-
And it's like,
You can ask for help immediately. Like obviously,
yeah,
there's
it's so
like,
it's such a different
you
thing
get back to the
compared
West where
yeah.
it's like I'm trying to get this plushie and I put 50, 100 fucking
And the
dollars
dude's
in.
like, yeah, I fucking switched the thing inside that doesn't let you win until it's, you've had it 99 shots of it.
Well, yeah, like it
screws
works
all
on like a faith system, right? So you could easily play. You wouldn't even theoretically you could just not touch it, and you could just stand at it, and then just be like, "Excuse me," and they'll come over and help you
Yeah.
because they just trust you that you've been playing it and that you
Right,
need help.
yeah.
Obviously, if it's stuck in a corner, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, I can see that you've moved it and it's fucked, so let me fix it." But
Okay, they would not do that here. They would tell you to go fuck
no, in the
yourself.
UK as well, they'd be
Yeah.
like, "What? Get out!
That sounds like a you problem.
Go to Weatherspoons."
Oh, that sounds good.
Have you guys been to the UK?
Yeah.
You guys like the UK?
Wetherspoons.
Yeah. So yeah, you like the UK then? Or
Yeah,
I
I
hate
like
the
large
UK.
breakfast.
you like a large break? You like?
I hate the
Wait,
UK.
why do you hate the UK?
Because it's like a worse version of Australia.
Half my family's from the UK, and I've been there plenty of times. But they're from Liverpool.
Oh, my dad's
okay.
from Liverpool.
Yeah, who's from Liverpool?
My dad.
Oh, so he's too.
What the fuck?
Wait, is the okay? So
You're Welsh.
So I was born in Wales. I speak Welsh and all that stuff. My dad was born. In
You speak
Liverpool.
Welsh? That's rare.
Yeah.
That's
It's
rare. Okay,
16% of Welsh people speak Welsh.
Yeah.
So not very useful, sadly, in everyday life. But
That's a cool party trick, though.
if I want to talk shit with my mom,
Yeah, it's
we
parlor
speak in
trick.
Welsh.
Yeah.
So that's helpful. Yeah, I mean, UK's nice, but also it sucks when you come here and you're like, this should have been us.
Yeah.
We should have been this happy.
Yeah, you guys are like
You
so
look at all
much-
these nice buildings everywhere.
It's
It's not
obviously
fair. Yeah.
we share. It's such a very similar culture. Everything is.
You guys are like the UK but happy. Like,
Yeah,
It's not fair.
I
It's not fair.
It does feel when I go there, it's like, oh, it's like the buildings got like 5% worse and everything's more wet. And that's
And twice the price too.
And that's
Twice
like-
the
yeah,
price.
yeah.
and the roads and parking is fucked.
Oh yeah, there's not.
You got
Yeah.
That is
herb
just
collection that's just rubbish on every street too.
Well, it's it was like fucking London. It was. I mean, the city wasn't built for trash collection or cars.
And then one of my friends took me in the tunnel, and I
Right.
had to stand, and I'm too tall, so I'm like curving in this fucking tiny ass underground claustrophobic.
Oh, in the
And the
underground?
tube. That's it, which is like
Yeah.
150 degrees Celsius.
Well, the
Oh
first
my
one was
God,
built
yeah.
in like 1800s.
Yeah.
I was with my friend, and she was like, "Oh, we'll take the tube; it'll be quicker." And I get in there, I'm like, "I would have rather 2 more extra minutes in the Uber. I'm dying."
And like some of the lines make you feel like you're about to like derail, you know, like the Central Line. I don't know if you've been on the Central Line, but there is this.
It's so loud as well.
Oh my God! You go on the Central Line and all you can hear is just for like the entire trip, and I'm like, why is this
I'm gonna
part of
die.
like public service? I would rather die.
I don't know if this falls under I made it the fuck up, but I'm pretty sure it's also like heating up, like gradually over time.
Yeah,
'Cause there's no
you guys
way-
had the worst heat wave.
Because there's no. It's like hard to get the heat out of the tunnel.
There's like
Yeah.
no ventilation.
Yeah,
Right?
well,
Yeah.
there is ventilation. There's some buildings that are
Fucking
just
drill some holes in it.
well, they have like fake buildings outside,
Just open a
and it's
window.
literally just a chimney, like an entire chimney.
Yeah.
It's cool, but
So I wasn't tripping when I said it was 150 degrees. So
No.
wait. Did you go to Liverpool?
I've been there twice in my life. I hate
Okay.
it.
I think I did a fan page.
where in the UK have you been? Out of curiosity, both of you?
Liverpool, London. Where's PewDiePie from?
Brighton.
Brighton.
From Sweden.
I mean, we
Yeah.
went to Brighton. We went somewhere fucking else, and I've been
What do you think of Brighton?
it was a shithole too. No, it was a retirement village. It was a retirement village.
I'm actually born and raised in Brighton.
Oh, really?
You know how that like meme where it's like you go to Mexico and there's got the sepia filter and people are and people are like, that's not really how it is. When you go to the UK, it's like actually there's like a grey filter on everything.
Grayscale
but that's like
filter,
real.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because I remember my first ever experience in Australia. I get off and I like go to the hotel and I'm like, oh shit, this is what the UK could be like with good weather. I was like, oh my God, like my eye just opened. I was like, this is Britain's final potential.
Well, every building, like all the old buildings, because we have heritage buildings here that can't get touched. I think I was telling you this on the drug tour. They can't be touched, but they're all based off UK buildings that already existed.
Yeah.
So all the architecture here is very similar,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
crazy.
better.
And it's such good food here as well.
yeah. You got
You really gotta say that when
good
you guys
coffee.
live in Japan? Like,
Oh, the
that's
coffee's great. Coffee's so
yeah.
good here.
The coffee is just like unreal. in
Love the
Melbourne,
coffee culture here.
especially because like in Japan, it's like if you want good coffee, you just need to fucking take a gamble and
Yeah.
go to like a small coffee shop that like kind of looks fancy.
We got shit on the podcast. We said coffee shit in Japan. There's some good coffee places, but some of the comments are like, I bet they only go to Starbucks. And it's like, no, because
nah.
Japan likes the traditional like kisaten, the traditional cafes with pour over coffee. I don't really like pour over coffee. I just want the fucking espresso.
What's the difference, like in terms of taste?
Well, espresso based drinks you normally can also like turn into like lattes and stuff, but pour over coffee is normally always just
Oh,
like
it's all okay.
yes. Well, that's like the traditional cafes,
Yeah.
but I prefer like espresso based drinks
Yeah,
anyway,
same,
and
yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's so much nicer. I like lattes as well. I don't like cafe au lait as they
Yeah.
Do you guys really think that the food here is nice?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's great, but like, as someone that's been to Japan many times and can go
No,
anywhere.
Japan is better.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Yeah,
But
Japan
like
is
compared to the UK,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The
okay,
great
yeah.
thing about being a Brit is that if you move outside, everywhere you go, the food is amazing because it's always like an upgrade.
You've experienced the lowest.
I don't know. The one thing I did love about the UK was what night's roast night? Is that Friday night?
Sunday.
Sunday
Sunday.
night. Me and Scott one night, because I think you were off having a holiday after we did some filming. Me and Scott like just got drunk one night and went to a random pub. It was great, and they had roast,
the
$10
roast, so
roast,
good. So
and
good.
we just drinking these beers and eating this roast. I'm like, man, I've had such a shit time until I walked into this pub and I had a roast and a beer.
That's when it all makes sense. Being British, when you're in the pub and you're eating the pub food, you're like, okay, all right.
I love
get
pub
it.
culture. That's
As
like
long
one
as you
thing.
don't go
Like,
outside the pub walls, everything's fine.
Pubs are the best part of the UK.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
The pub culture is the best. Like especially in like even like London, it's great too. You know,
Some would argue it's the
we're-
only culture.
Well, sorry.
Some would argue it's the only.
It is the only culture. We don't have anything else. It's like the rest. The other
Your queen
culture
died,
is curry.
Yes.
So is your queen too? What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't fucking like spend. My mum cried when that happened. My mum called me like, the queen, because my mum's like really British, and she's like, the queen's dead. Like, oh, we gotta go over there and we gotta fucking like pay our respects. I'm like, Mum, fuck you.
That's a good out of context clip.
I think a lot of quotes Chad says.
And I have one living grandparent left. It's my mother's grandmother. That's all I got left. And she's like 90 something. And she's like, me and your grandma, we're gonna go over. We're gonna pay our respects. I'm like, that bitch cannot get out of bed, let alone get on a plane. What do you think? She's gonna die on the way there, Mom. Like, she was so committed. Thankfully, they never did it. But like, that's how heart cut she was about it. She was like willing to risk her mother's life on a plane to like go pay their respects. I was like,
in Australia, were you taught to be like kind of
Give a fuck
passionate
about the Queen?
kind of passionate about the Queen?
No.
I don't give a fuck about the Queen.
No, but like in school, they try and teach you.
I think we
think
missed
so.
that part of our life.
Yeah, I
because-
think that might have been a generational thing, possibly.
Yeah, because
Really?
before us, I think there was like a comparison where they were like, this is before we were born, there was like the Queen came to Australia and there was like a massive parade and everything for her.
Yeah.
And then she came again like 20 years later or something like that. And I might have been 15 or 16. And for the parade, there was like 1/100th amount of the people that showed up to like see her come in on her car and shit like that. Like, no one give a shit.
Yeah, when I was growing up, because we were in Wales, they did not talk about them nicely.
Good.
Really?
And I remember that it was really weird that I used to see on TV and like they'd be so positive about it, but then all the teachers would be like, they fucking suck. They took everything from us. Don't support them. And I was like, this is very mixed messaging. But then immediately after that lesson, they're like, by the way, the Queen's coming to Wales, so we're going to all go outside and wait for her.
Oh my God.
I was like, what the fuck?
With stones in our pockets.
I remember we waited. I was like 10, and we waited outside of a church. And I remember being like, "Mom, why am I here? I've been here for 6 hours on the grass, and she hasn't showed up."
We had a similar thing here, but this
Stood
when
you
people
up.
got trapped in the mine.
Oh,
We all got a day off school to see if they'd get these 3 miners out.
That's
of the,
oh my god, I remember that.
yeah.
Wait, is this in Australia?
Yeah,
in
so,
Australia?
Yeah, in Australia. So instead of waiting for the Queen, one morning we woke up and Mum was like, "Today's that," because these guys got trapped in the mines for like 2 weeks from a collapse. Like, no school today. We're gonna sit here and watch the TV to see if these 3 guys make it out alive. And I was like, what happens if they die?
We're all watching.
Yeah, and also we got a day off when Steve Irwin died too. We all got to stay home and watch his
Makes sense.
memorial on TV.
Yeah.
So that's our holidays. I don't know.
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin,
the
trap
Queen.
miners.
Man, I wish you could have lived to be on cold once. Steve Irwin.
You think he'd come on? You think he'd
He would definitely come on. We were gonna get his son on.
I think we're still talking.
We're
about
talking
that.
to his son
Yeah,
about
yeah.
doing something.
So,
At the zoo.
why is he
Bob
coming
Irwin.
on?
That'd be
Robert.
awesome.
Yeah, it's really hard to get to him because you got to go through like all those corporate people.
You're not
and
gonna
they're
get
like,
Bindi?
Nah.
So you're
Robert's
telling me
a legend.
you've got to
Robert
go.
is a
Wait, you have to go through corporate people, and then you still think you can get him on through corporate people?
we got someone doing it for us. I ain't saying anything. I'll fuck it up.
We wanted us to go to the zoo or whatever, and
Show you around.
yeah, some shit like that. But then I think at one point they were like, "Oh, he can't make it on this day. Like, do you still want to do it?" And I was like, "No."
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? We can have him come in for 1 minute of the video and show you an animal." I'm like, "No, we want to sit down with him for an hour
And drink a
Yeah.
beer.
and drink a beer with
See your
him."
face with them?
Yeah.
We want to feed alcohol to the animals that he brings in.
How many beers can a snake drink? But yeah, we're talking to the Australian Zoo, but it's like convincing those corporate people. Like,
Okay.
So you're not with Channel 7 News? What's cold ones? What's YouTube? Just some old geezer that's like,
Doesn't understand.
no,
yeah.
you should go on the morning shows.
I used to think when I was like really young doing YouTube that I would make it if that ever happened, if I got on TV.
Right.
And now it's like, I have so many emails being like, do you want to come on this or do you want to do this? It's just like, things have changed so much now where YouTube holds so much more power over this old like dinosaur sort of age thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, can you think of any YouTubers who have actually made like a good TV program? Or of like
No.
I'm trying to think.
No,
Probably
I can think of a lot of
Smiling Friends is the only one I can
Smiling
think of.
Friends. Yeah,
Smiling
I'd
Friends,
say that'd be
that's
the
like
only
the
one
only
I would
one.
think of.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's.
But I feel like animation is a very unique case where it would kind of benefit from being in like a classic TV production cycle with the money and the support around it.
But you also
a lot of
find
shitty
that they
movies.
still upload
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
YouTube as well. Like
Yeah.
it goes both places.
But like what I always see happen is that they get the TV deal and then their YouTube content just like goes down in quality. They start losing.
We
like,
know
views.
a few people that have ruined it. Well, not ruined it, but like taken that route, and it's just like you
Yeah.
watch it from a distance. You're like, why would you do
Maybe
that?
because your agent's like, hey, this is a good idea. This would really legitimize you. It's like, legitimize
yeah.
me to who?
Yeah.
I used to, because that used to be the thing. It's
That's
like
what
they held the cards, and now it's like you hold the cards. You can decide whatever you want to do with it,
Yeah.
and everything's becoming so integrated with the sort of stuff that we're doing on a platform that we've been a part of for so long that we can help sort of
Pave the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does Colder Ones have a vision? Where you want to
What's
go?
the end goal?
I don't know.
Is there an end goal?
The vision's kind of blurry always.
It depends if you ask them drunk or sober.
Cold One's the movie, bro.
The drunk version is, get your cock out.
Chad gets his dick and ass out
At the same time in one frame.
with a mirror.
Backdoor balls.
How many places in the world can I get my dick out?
That actually I would click that if I saw it in my recommend.
If I saw a video that said how many countries can I get my cock and balls out in 24 hours, I would fucking watch it.
I wish you could make shit like that still. I wish YouTube would not throttle that sort of content. You could never do that, but
Yeah.
even if you if you went back a couple of years in time, you could make that but still blur it and it wouldn't get fucked by the system.
Yeah.
And now it's like there's no
can't
way
really
your
do it.
channel will
I mean,
literally be blacklisted.
How does Cold One survive in that kind of
We
universe?
adapt. We can put it all on
we paywall
Patreon
it all.
instead.
Every 5 seconds, there must be a jarring cut.
That's why it's 4 hours of footage cut down to 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes of funny.
We do still have problems with things and that, but I think YouTube was going down this path where it was becoming more and more narrow with what was allowed to be done, to the point where I would get, like, if I go on my YouTube app and log into my main channel, every single video now is yellow or red $sign because what was okay back then has slowly shifted.
Of course.
And you still get punished for stuff that they said was fine back then. And that still was narrowing and narrowing for a while. But then I think it started to open up again for a bit. Like YouTube...
They chilled out a little
Yeah,
bit
they made some
recently.
things being like...
They got
yeah,
strict
you
again
can,
recently.
yeah, but it's weird. It's like they always bend one rule, but then they do both at the same time. They say you can do this now, but now you
And
can't
it really
do
feels
that.
like if you get on their radar, you just
Yeah.
get fucked.
Well,
Like if they just want to
that's like one of my fears as well, where I look at the videos, I'm like, you know, what we're doing is okay now, but I don't want to, like, 2 years from now then like do a review and go, that's it, fuck this whole channel, because over the years we've changed so much. We haven't penalized the content, we haven't like ruined the content, but we've found other ways of doing stuff where it's still in their guidelines, and we're constantly changing. And there's some videos that we have age restricted because of it, which is completely fine. I love you, YouTube. But yeah, it's just like I try to steer away from trying to drink as much on videos because I don't want someone to review it one day and go, well, it's just them getting drunk and getting their cocks out. It's not.
That is basically Cold One.
Only on Patreon.
There is one video you did.
But we're not going to smoke crack pipes anymore.
There's one video you did where you just like ordered like 500 fucking Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
I remember this video.
I was watching this, and I imagine you must have got so many comments being like, "What a waste of food!"
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like, we come from the era of collaborating with How to Basics. That was already just like,
and you got the fucking Uber Eats driver to join you.
oh yeah, that was
like,
good.
that's what I mean. You think we just convinced the first guy? We tried like 10 guys before.
Yeah, I
one
can
of those.
imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah, but everyone's like, I
I
can't
think we're
believe
trying
they
to
just
pay them.
convinced.
I think we're trying to pay them as they put their head into the room, and they were all just so scared that we were going to like kill.
I would be fucking scared if I walked in the room, two drunk men with 100 fucking cheeseburgers on the table.
No, there was 100 slices of cheese. Okay, and they were all divided up into separate components.
I feel like those videos never reached their potential of what I envisioned them to be. They sort of,
Wait, what's the vision?
What's the vision of that?
I just thought it would be funny. There would be funnier stuff that you could ask them to make or something.
And they were all just like,
but
no.
it was just, it was just little. Every video sort of just ended up. Well, I guess we'll just order 100 of this one item then or something, and then eat it.
And then it also would be 3.5 hours or 4 hours in recording, drunk, and we're like, oh, how many more times do we have to try to get some guy to chop?
Yeah, like when you ordered it, it must have been like 2 fucking hours before it showed up.
There was some good parts in those, like getting people to draw stuff on like the Domino's box and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah,
it turned out great in the end. It's a happy little accent.
It's one of those videos where I just thought, this is fucking insane.
I think it's just more as us eating shit out of like a big trough, like a mukbang almost.
Yeah.
Really.
Have you guys ever needed to scrap a video because you got too shit-faced? Like, we can't fucking
We've
use
had to
any
scrap
of
a
this.
podcast. That was my fault.
What happened?
Well, it wasn't my. No.
Let's not touch that.
Yeah. No.
So
The guest
cut that.
got too drunk, and we didn't record enough, and then. I was drunk talking to another guy there, and I was like, I don't want that fucking conversation leaked. I was talking about Kanye West for an hour. Like,
So you're saying that I saw the dollar signs, and I was like, we need to shove as much shit up your ass every episode as possible. And last time we filmed, you completely unprompted, because we've got this giant wheel that we put in this.
that wasn't my asshole. That was my
Shut
nutsack.
up!
Sorry.
Shut up! Let me talk. It's a fucking awesome wheel. You spin it, and there's like a punishment on it or something. And one was like rat trap or mouse trap. And I put my fingers in a mouse trap. And then Chad completely unprompted was like, "Oh, we should put my dick in it." And mostly everyone there was like, "That does not sound safe.
No.
Like that sounds like a really bad idea." Anyway, Chad was very, very confident that he could put the head of his penis in the actual thing, so it would snap on the end of his cock.
And it did.
And no one could talk you out of it, basically. So I don't know why you're saying that I'm.
Listen, the Patreon numbers are down, all right?
Wait, so you put it in and it just...
Yeah, thankfully it caught a bit of my shirt as it was slapping down, so it wasn't as painful. But
you got flicked in the knob, basically.
But I got flicked in the knob. It didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would, thankfully, but it still fucking hurt.
I love the fact that you thought it would hurt more, and yet you still did it. This is unhinged. This is unhinged.
It was one of those.
I think if it
nights.
was a rat trap, it could remove the head of the cock.
Just to kill small mice. AKA, you know.
Snap it.
Is there anything you would not do?
Yeah, there's got to be a limit.
Yeah, there must be a limit. There must be a limit.
What's too far for you?
I won't
What's
touch
too
kids.
far for anything? For you?
That's where I draw the line.
That'll never be a tier on our Patreon. I think, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to be like all for it, but now I'm a bit, like I was saying, I'm getting a bit older. It's like there's now some things I'm like, I ain't doing that. Like, I'm like, can we change my name already? Yeah. Just getting old, but there's still a lot of stupid shit I'll do. But there is some conversation we've had in the office, like, should we do that? Should we? I'm like, I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
Like what?
Well, yeah, I want to know where have you drawn the line?
Off the top of my dome, I know I've been through like phases. And I'm like, okay, no more buttholes, and then I see the Patreon go down. I'm like, that's it, Max. You gotta here we go again, round 2. But promptly, what started was you wanting to shove shit up my ass mostly.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe for a tiny bit. But I
now
was
it's a chore, is it?
I was always like, if it's something that makes you actually uncomfortable, that's not something you're not like being whored out.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, like I'm saying, you recently started being like, no, we need to start whoring me out more.
There was like a phase where I was like, maybe we should stop, and I was like, oh no, the numbers are going down. Let's do it more. Every episode shoves.
But don't the numbers just naturally go down? Just
yeah, I guess. But we're posting so much on there now. That's another conversation. We got like we got a podcast and a gaming series on there now.
Yeah, but how many buttholes
on
do you have?
Patreon?
Yeah, not enough buttholes. Though.
Not enough buttholes.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We're trying to build out the catalog so then we can finally promote it properly. Because we haven't really given it much promo on the actual channel, but we want to do like a proper. This is what's on our Patreon, a full upload.
there's people on the Patreon who are like, what is this gaming shit? I wanted buttholes. What is
I
all- what is
think
all-
that because it's edited well and it's like a main channel video sort of.
I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but our Patreon is like just essentially like it's enough money to fund everything. So we're actually like turning some profit, but it means we can do something or spend something on a video and not think about it because we know we got that Patreon.
Yeah.
Like for us, our Patreon is just for like really, really big, ambitious projects that we have in mind, and then the podcast kind of just like runs itself at this point. So it's just like, okay, Patreon for like extra extravagant stuff, and then normal podcast just to keep going.
Well,
basically.
there's a lot of stuff that we have in videos that we'd like to keep in the main channel video, but because, you know, kids and their TikTok and they're like really ADHD, we have to keep videos really engaging from start to finish.
Yeah.
The Mr. Beast method.
Yeah. So there is some stuff that we'd love to leave in the videos, but it's just like there's no way to loop it in and make it engaging because like the punchline leading up to that is a minute of us explaining like, okay, now for this next punchline, Max is going to grab the camera and he's going to, you know, shove it up my ass. Yeah. But we could essentially have a second channel for like gaming and stuff like that. But we don't want to like spread ourselves on doing 300 different channels like Smosh games. So we're just like,
I think if you don't do that right, people get sick of you.
Yeah.
Like there's an argument to be made either side. Like Mr. Beast does like as much as possible, but I think if you see someone's face come up too many times, it's like, oh, they've got gaming channel, they've got second channel, they're doing vlogs, they're doing this, they're doing that constantly.
Yeah,
it can run like a little thin. I think there's a way to market it like with what we're doing where people feel like it's an event. Like, they finally posted a video.
Because like overexposure is definitely a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
Especially like I feel like some YouTubers brands are like the kind of like the mystique around them. You know, every time I see like a internet historian video, for example, I'm like, holy shit!
It's like everybody stop everything.
Yo, stop everything! I am
the king uploaded.
That's it. We just want to have something that we upload and we're like really proud of, and anything else that we want to do on the side, because obviously we've had the conversation, oh, you know, want to make some extra money, let's do a gaming channel, but then it's just like, oh fuck it, we'll just put it on Patreon paywall. If people want to see us kick back, play some games, they can pay to see it.
Again, I will pay to see you drunkenly analyzing anime as you watch it.
We have done similar Patreon videos where we've it's called Down the Rabbit Hole. We have a series where we just like go on the internet and we just start watching the most fucking
just watch Down the Rabbit Hole.
just watch down the rabbit hole. Right?
So I mean, I'll do that next time. We'll do a reaction to an anime episode, and I'll start.
Bro, fuck yeah! I would actually pay to watch that.
Yeah.
That would be
okay. That's it. Give me your money
right now.
I'm curious. Do you guys get to like interact with your fans at all, or like?
Well, we
often?
don't do live shows or anything like that.
No, we've done some videos where we involved them. Like we did a Christmas video where we delivered physical gifts to patrons. And we want to do some more kind of stuff like that, but because we don't live stream or anything, it seems a little difficult.
Do you get like recognized in the streets often, and like, people are like, yo, get your dick out?
I think what they say to Chad more that pisses him off than that is are you the fat guy from Filthy Frank?
That's like a joke on the channel, so I don't know if they're saying the joke.
Well, it's kind of now become this blended thing where we started making fun of that. Where it's like, oh, it's the fucking fat guy from Joji. Now it's like, are people saying that because they think that we think that's funny, or are they actually just saying that?
Is most of your audience Australian or
no? It's American.
Yeah.
I think that's just by the size. It's just, you can't really.
I think most English-speaking channels. Are
just
like that.
That's just
because I guess that Australian's probably second, right? Because like mine's.
It's like
US
maybe
Canada.
20. Is it 20% or something for Australia? No, it's okay.
Because mine's like Australia. I think ours is like in general. I think it's just like US, then UK.
Yeah, US, UK.
Oh, that's right.
And then
UK is our second. Sorry, and then I think it's Canada. Then Australia.
Oh my god, no one in Australia watches you. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 26 million people who live here.
How are we going to sell this?
Yeah, United
alcohol?
States 48.2%. United Kingdom 11.8. Oh, now Australia 9.3. Then Canada 6.7. Then Germany.
Oh, Germany's always.
Sweden,
buttholes.
Netherlands,
They're into buttholes.
Yeah, they're into the buttholes.
Buttholes are big in Germany.
So what's your opinion on America? Have you been?
I fucking hate America. I fucking hate Americans. I fucking hate LA. I fucking hate California. Americans should all
fucking Yanks.
What are your reasonings?
Do you know when you see a meme where you're like, oh, Americans are like really stupid. And I'm dumb, so this is like coming from me. This is like the kettle calling the pot black. Like I go to America and I'm like, okay, you guys are fucking stupid. Like really dumb. Like your education system, everything about this country is fucked, and everyone there's like, freedom, we gotta have freedom. And it fucking exists. Like people like that exist, and it blows my mind.
No, we're putting this in. We're leaving this in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not our decision anymore. It's out of my
Yeah,
hands.
we'll leave this in.
But, no, but there's great places in America. I love Texas, which is weird that I just went on that rant.
That's
and
like
I said I
the
love
most.
Texas.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, out of everything you just
the
described,
fucking
Texas
thing.
is like
That's the
that
freedom
place.
state.
I think California's left like a foul taste in my mouth because it's the only place in the world I've been
Too many liberals in California.
where you can walk down one street and it's the top 1%, and then you walk past the next street, it's just pitch tents and like
Skid Row, right?
Skid Row and
Yeah.
shit's on the street, and it's everywhere. It's such a like shit city, and people say how much they love it. I'm like, oh, and like other YouTubers like, yeah, I love living in California. I love it here. I'm like,
Actually, every YouTuber we met has just said like, yeah, I don't like living in California.
Yeah,
that's because they're not rich. If they're rich YouTubers, they live in the hills. And like, oh, I love it up here. I'm like, yeah, you're above the smog line. That's why you fucking like it, because you can look down on the poor people. like
You can also sort of see there's just no soul behind the eyes.
Yeah.
when they're talking to you.
They kind of always like looking past you, not at
or
you.
through you.
Or
so-
through you,
and
right?
You tell them your followers and it's under a certain amount. They're like, oh, okay, well, have a good day. See you later.
It's legit like an android or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Americans and America, just such a beautiful country that I've been to some places. Where it's so nice. Like, it's
When we're just
actually
done
beautiful.
saying like, yeah, this is the biggest like portion of our viewers.
No, we always ride on Americans who make fun of
But
us.
I feel like the people that watch us would also be like, yeah, I fucking hate my country too. Like,
Well, I think the thing with that is people often see content like that and they don't ever associate it with themselves. They're like, oh, but I'm like the good one.
Yeah.
I get what he's saying. That's so true. I'm not
Wait,
part of
so
that.
what do you think about Australia then?
It's all right.
let's not get political.
Okay.
It's all right. But I think that's why Filthy Frank was so popular with some of the stuff that he would criticize as like a bit. Everyone who was literally part of that fan base, which were the people that he was making fun of, were like, that's so true, but that's not me.
But he was making fun of those.
Yeah, so it's like the weeaboo stuff and all, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
What does mean a lot of weeaboos who are watching him and referencing him, quoting him.
Yeah.
I still to this day see people like doing Filthy Frank things, and I go to their Twitter profile, it's an anime picture. I'm like,
Anime's cool now, though. Anime's cool.
Anime's cool now, apparently.
I mean, it's kind of cool. There's still very much different sects of the anime community that definitely are not cool. Like, I don't know. It's also mean to clown on anyone who has an anime profile picture, especially if it's like a cute anime girl or something.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball fans as well.
What'd you say?
Dragon Ball fans.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'll happily
Yikes.
clown on Dragon Ball
I'm
fans.
not like that. Like, I don't fucking
I'm
love
not like
it.
the other
I'm
Dragon
one
Ball
of the good
fans.
ones.
You know what,
I'm one of the good ones.
You know, I love it. I just love the simplicity, and I love like I've been working.
That's
out
what they all say.
I've been working out recently, and I go on YouTube and I search Dragon Ball Z workout, and it's like Goku giving his power up speeches, and I'm like, that's fucking me doing the extra 2 minutes on the treadmill, bro. Like, that's my power up.
Bro, you need to get into
2 minutes?
You need to get into JoJo then, man. If you need some
Oh,
like,
you'd fucking love
I like the
Yeah.
music. Do, do, do. Is that
That's exactly how it goes, yeah. You got it.
I just want to know if Kid Goku got through that AIDS.
He literally had AIDS in the timeline. He had a heart problem. He had heart AIDS or something.
yeah, it's canon.
And
and he,
future-
Not every disease.
I have
is
saying AIDS.
Does it kill you slowly? It's AIDS.
yeah, I mean it's and he lost. He lost
In the in one timeline.
in the timeline. He lost, didn't he?
Yeah, that's one.
Well, you know what's fucked up? They could have erased AIDS with the Dragon Balls, but they didn't.
Shenron, my wish is get rid of the AIDS.
That's on that bottom of the to-do list. First, we need to revive Goku.
We need to get Krillin back.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Is there anywhere in the world that you haven't visited yet that you?
Oh, heaps of places.
Because like one thing I've noticed is that obviously like it's hard to travel anywhere here in Australia because you guys are so fucking isolated.
I don't mind the long hauls, but now they're a bit harder. You know, getting a bit fatter. So, but there are a lot of places that I haven't been that I like to be, but I feel like I'm getting to a cynical age very quickly, where I'm like, I fucking hate cities. I hate random people on the street fucking talking to me.
You need to go back to that little fishing place.
That's where I want to go. I literally
Countryside Japan is your calling, dude.
When we say endgame, I want to launch Grog, and I want to just like make just enough money to be like, okay, I don't have to worry about anything ever again. I want to go to a fucking country like in Iceland or somewhere like that, and just like get 10 dogs, farm. I always talk about wanting to like farm, and
I would love to be isolated if I had good internet. That's like the one thing. Which I think is possible nowadays, really.
My dream is like self-sustained farm. Where it's like minimum work for me, but I have people that live there and do it for me. And they just I pay them, but they grow weed on the side to make extra money.
That sounds alright.
You know what I mean? And just like a little hub. I think we always joke about, wouldn't it be awesome if we had like a YouTuber commune where we just
we just kind of like the clout houses, but it's literally like a commune, like in a fucking.
That'd probably actually do well.
It would because it'd be cheap. We'd be able to set up giant warehouses with studios in it for 1/10 of the price.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you want to be a YouTuber? Come to the fucking Cold Ones Ranch.
Get a house on the block.
So we got in the middle of the forest.
Cold Ones Ranch.
I'd love that. I'd fucking love that. Fuck the hype house. Fuck these LA Cold
kind of
Ones
sounds
Ranch.
like how Epstein started though.
Okay, Cold Ones Island without the kids.
Okay.
What the fuck?
What a high benchmark.
But you guys dig holes and then jump head first.
Have you seen that meme where it's like YouTuber when he gets 10 million subs with like the divided paths?
Shitty music career.
Yeah, it's like shitty music career or fucking molest a child. not that bad.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah, Endgame would just just enough. A farm, and then
you should buy some like land in Japan because it's actually like incredibly easy.
See, here's another argument to that. I don't want to be labeled as that guy. Like,
what do you mean that guy?
That white guy that wants to go to Japan.
You're not the first, and you're not going to be the last. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's like I saw another. Speaking of memes, we were just talking memes. I saw another meme the other day, and it's like a neckbeard, and he's in New York, and he's looking at all the New York buildings, and he's like, "Capitalism scum," and then it's like, and then it's him in Japan. He's like, "Oh, Japan," and it's all the same shit.
That's true.
But I don't want to be that guy. Like, I can get a farm anywhere I like. Preferably somewhere with low tax brackets.
Right.
Iceland.
Okay.
And that way I'm like free to like do whatever we want and not be worried. Like, obviously I'm worried with the changes of YouTube of it all just coming to an ending because our channel gets striked or something.
You gotta diversify what you can't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I swear, like, I think you guys having a Patreon is like a fucking massive like safety
It's
net.
the only thing that's kept us going. Yeah,
Right,
that and
right.
GamerSupps. Eric from GamerSupps has been very generous to us.
GamerSupps.
What's the code?
The code?
Trash.
We don't have a code, do we?
Don't you have trash taste or trash?
You don't fucking know that you have this
We
shit
don't
on your
know.
set all the time?
Yeah, haven't you guys been drinking? you know they told me that you guys are like one of their biggest sellers for the waifu cups as well.
It makes sense.
Well, of course,
That makes sense.
we're the anime podcast.
Yeah, so,
right?
I mean, I don't know why you guys don't have a code. Like,
They probably do.
We do. I just
It's on the screen right
it's
now.
product placement,
Yeah,
so
I
we
know.
don't say it.
Fuck.
you guys.
Oh, that's why they sell so well. It's so natural.
Yeah.
I just love drinking
Just
out of
drinking out of
that.
that.
So it's
paid
like,
for it.
yeah, it's just like one day, and then that way, once I've got everything I want, I'm a simple man. I don't want my fast.
Just a few $1 million.
Just a
Yeah.
fucking
I'm
$50
a
million
simple
farm.
I'm
Yeah,
a
not that
simple
much.
man.
I can get one for
That's
like 800.
self-sustainable.
Just a few slaves.
And 1,000 employees.
No, I can get it for a pretty good price. And I don't want a flash guy. I drive a Nissan Cube. I'm a simple man.
How about we just turn our patrons into farm hands?
$100 tier? You can come live on the farm and work for free.
Pay us $100. You
can
get to
work
milk
for
our
free.
cow for us, and we get to keep the milk.
Yeah. You pay $100
And the
to
money.
work for them.
Yes, that sounds good.
But that's essentially what PewDiePie did.
I reckon that's where Mr. Beast is
in
heading.
a way.
Yeah.
That's what R. Kelly did. Right?
I reckon Mr. Beast is heading to the like Amazon type town sort of shit.
Amazon town?
The fucking Bezos had. Remember, you don't know about they basically just had a whole thing that turned into everyone that worked there.
Oh, that's what
Amazon
Mr.
was.
I think
Beast
he already has that, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
no,
lives
yeah.
in like
Mr.
Windsor-
Beast is going.
No, I think
Yeah.
Jimmy actually does have that.
What?
Like he has like a cul-de-sac
What?
apparently.
Oh, that's a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Oh, you're
No,
talking about like
Jimmy-
a whole town.
Oh, this is gonna be Beast City.
Beast City.
Beastopolis.
I think like the whole team has like an entire row of like houses that they
Yeah.
all like rented
Yeah,
out.
that makes
and
sense,
Made
but-
like a small village. I'm talking out my ass. I'm making this shit up.
It sounds plausible.
from from my knowledge, and once again, don't quote me on it, he does have a massive property with just warehouses on it. Where they go there and it's just a ranch of warehouses and they film multiple videos at the same time at all the warehouses.
He was ahead of the meta, man. He knew ranches is the way to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Coleman's
Ranch. Is there any content that you want to do in the future? Like
that you haven't done yet?
Not like buying like farmland or whatever.
We were gonna go to Japan, but we've done something else related to traveling, which isn't out yet.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we completely forgot.
Max is like, oh,
Shout out to Prezzo for taking 100 years. I think 6 months he's had the footage for. But we're cooking a video where we do want to get out of the studio and travel more and
let him cook.
For 6 months.
He needs to stop cooking. He needs to take it out of the oven, bro. It's burning.
And we feel that sometimes we film a special when it comes out like 8 months later or something like that.
We definitely don't have that right now.
We definitely don't have that problem as well.
8 months, like a year.
We've had one for a year. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. Prezzo, take your time. Keep cooking. Yeah, you're good, bro. Make sure you just add some more season.
Oh my god!
There are other stuff we've talked about doing, but we're moving offices at the moment because we're getting a bigger office. Setting up a new studio. We're hiring new people. We've got some new editors starting. So our goal is to video a week, and then be able to do stuff outside the studio, travel-related videos. We want to do a video where we go to Japan, and I won't spoil.
Obviously, there's a lot of things we could do in Japan from Cold One's standpoint. There's like so much,
dude, it's
so
like
much
a gold
interesting
mine of content for you guys in Japan for sure.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see.
I want to recreate the Logan Paul vlog.
No.
Start to finish, frame by frame.
Look, we've worked.
We should get the hat. We should wear the fucking little Toy Story hat,
and we should hang up a mannequin in the forest.
Maybe not that far.
Guys,
just one scene where we're going to Japan and we have that hat on. That's like an homage, filming an actual body. That's too far.
No,
but. Funny?
No, funny.
Bad idea.
Have you guys seen the conspiracy videos where they're like, that was scripted because the wind was blowing in this direction on that day and the body was swaying this way?
That sounds like the people talking about the moon landing is fake. This Logan Paul body is fake.
Who gave it enough force to give a fuck?
That was so many years ago as well. Jesus.
Yeah, and it's still. I still feel like we're feeling the effects because
if he had made a full turnaround where he's actually a legend now and he's like
he just can't stop fucking up.
Yeah, he can't.
God, he was so close to a redemption.
Yeah, and he's like. Bunch of crypto scams.
Crypto shit.
Which pisses me off because I know he made
again. He's totally fine again. Everyone's just like,
in the WWE.
It's fine.
He's got a drinking problem. So that makes me feel so good. Like I can't get cancelled. Like if that guy's still fucking surviving, you know what?
All right, well, we just had to cut something.
If he can get away with all the shit he's done with like that, I remember I used to wake up every morning with this idea. I'm getting cancelled for something that I did last week.
Right.
But now I wake up in the morning. I'm like. You know what? If he can get away with that, there's no way I can do
This is how evil starts.
But he is evil. That man is evil.
Yeah. So you're like, I can be evil.
Yeah, Chad.
I'm saying I can be stupid.
But I understand that the point you're coming from is like, why should he be able to get away with that?
Well, yeah, it's frustrating because you're like, man, why should I have to hold myself to any standard?
Exactly. But there should be more things. There should be better things holding your morals in place than what the next guy can get away with.
It's not about what I can get away with. It's like I obviously will say something, and I have in the past, and I've looked at it like you said, when we're looking at old videos, we always go, "Oh, I wish I never did that. I can maybe get in trouble for that one day. I feel really disappointed in myself." But I do have that thought where I look at stuff I've done in the past and go, "I'm really disappointed in myself. That's not me anymore." But then maybe I will get in trouble one day because the internet does like to nitpick me apart.
It's not even just that times have changed and people don't like to...
I know. But my point is, if I ever got in trouble for it, like 10 years down the line, because the internet likes to bring up, this is who you were. You're bad for being that person. I know you're completely different now, but fuck you. It's like, if he can get away with scamming people and like double down and going, fuck you guys, you deserve to get scammed. You shouldn't have invested. Then I'm like, man, there's no way I can get in trouble for saying the stupid shit I did.
Well, I think
I can get in trouble, but
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think the reality is that just times fucking change, and a lot of people who complain now about people's like previous like behavior or whatever the shit are soon going to realize 5 years down the line there's going to be some shit that we're doing and saying in this day and age that's not going to be socially acceptable in 5 years.
The
And
thing,
yeah.
sorry, finish what you.
yeah, and
finish
there's
your
going to
thought.
be like some kind of clip or some kind of tweet or Instagram out there, and they're going to realize, oh shit, I was part of the cycle. 'Cause this is a fucking cycle.
They're at the
day.
stage in their lives right now, I think, for the most part, where it's like they are either not old enough or not experienced enough in life where they've made those mistakes themselves.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
realize that and, you know, making mistakes and learning from it, you know, years down the line and changing through that is just like a natural part of fucking growing up.
What sort of pisses me off though is people don't even acknowledge that times have changed.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, you said or did this, but it's like, I said or did that because at that time I was pushing the envelope only a little bit, and it was like, it was maybe a little bit edgy, but it was now obviously fast forward to here, and that's so far behind the line.
Right.
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
it's not something I feel I should need to apologize for a lot of that stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
things have changed and you don't like to admit.
Because
that
it's like
times
at the
have changed.
time, it's like, how were you supposed to know
Yeah.
that it was going to go in the direction
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
like, it's not cool now? Like sometimes
Yeah.
you can kind of like figure it out just from like how societally, you know, things are changing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then there are a lot of times where it's like, how was I supposed to know that in 20 years time, this word is bad now?
But a lot of the people that are taking those risks are making things which made them something because they were willing to take those risks.
Right.
Yeah.
If they were super sanitized for what everyone's saying, you should have stuck to this fucking script. They wouldn't have got to where they are. You wouldn't know who they were because they haven't taken those paths to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and now people that have survived that are people because they actually did look at their past. They're like,
Yeah.
okay. But
Yeah,
then there are people that double down, just like kept doing
but
it,
I think-
and they're nowhere to be seen now because
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
people should be able to look at it and go, okay, I acknowledge that times have changed. I don't necessarily like apologize for what that was back then because things were different, but I understand how culturally things are different, and that's
And so I won't do it again.
yeah, or like I think it's better for me to go in this direction now,
Right.
and I'm supportive of this or that, and like we're all evolving together and we're all in this together. Yeah, but like Chad said, there's probably people who go the
Oh,
opposite.
it's really weird to me because the internet, like, they strive for change. Like, all these movements are about change, and then they find someone who has changed, who has already acknowledged what they've done in the past is stupid, and they've gotten better, but they still go back to the past. To people that have changed, like, fuck you, like, I'm gonna ruin your life for something else. I'm like, you're advocating for change. I've changed. I've acknowledged that, but you're still getting mad at me. Like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah. It's just like
They don't want.
What do you want?
They don't. It's not what they think they want. They want to fucking criticize,
Which is
they don't
fine.
actually want that person to.
Yeah, they'll find any excuse to just like tear down that person because of a personal agenda or whatever it might be. Even though, as you said, like they want you to change on the surface, but then they still go out of their way to like dig up old shit and be like, "Ha, see, he was bad."
And that's why I just want to farm
yeah.
with my.
Don't want to think about
with people on there helping me with it, with some weed growing on the side, you know. That's what I'm talking about. No internet out there. Try.
I want farmers that won't dig up my farm. They just look at me for who I am.
What a
fun would be lit.
poignant way to end the episode, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Wow, this is a
This is a
show.
fucking.
You know when
Exactly as I expected.
Yeah, you know when I said we don't normally have to cut out things in trash taste. This is probably one of the few episodes where
He's testing the limit.
there's going to be a Patreon version
Yeah.
for this episode of Trash Taste.
So hey,
everyone.
go check out the Patreon version by going to patreon.com/trash
Check
taste.
it out.
Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify. And yeah, we'll also be on a Cold Ones episode.
Yeah, that's probably going to come out
around this
before
time.
when this episode comes out.
No.
Not when this episode's coming out.
No,
Ours will take so long.
Oh,
Well, eventually it'll come
eventually.
out.
I don't know if this is a part 1 or a part 2, but this is part of a 2-parter.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to be more intoxicated on your set.
And we're gonna get
in
real political.
just a sec.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for coming on, guys. It's,
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I got you guys gifts that I forgot to give you.
Wait, really?
Shit. Oh, okay.
Now I feel like an asshole.
Oh, they're not. They're not. They're not really that good of a gift.
They're from both of us.
Okay.
Okay.
If you want. No, they're from Max. They're from Max.
I just wanted to make the set look more like From Home, you know?
Okay.
All right.
Oh no. What? Oh my god, what is this?
Oh, we got some fucking hentai.
Why do you have so much hentai?
What? Wait, what do you have so much?
What the fuck?
What do you have so much?
Why do you have so much?
I thought maybe you probably.
did you
I mean,
get
I'm taking this home.
It's
Either way.
I think it's from Mandraki or whatever.
Yeah, Mandraki.
You ordered this online?
Oh, so much of it. There's a
Alright,
massive.
Mudan, this is going to
Why
be
did you
blurred
order so
anyway,
much of
but
this?
You don't
this
wanna
is
know.
this
I
is
do
the
want to know.
No, you don't
this
know.
is the selection that
Yeah,
we got.
hell yeah.
Do you guys know what any of this shit is? Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
I used to buy some of this.
You
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, there you go.
I'll let you hold
fucking
on to
wait.
it.
Let me read that.
Oh, I
I'll
thought
let you hold on to it for now.
Oh no, it's all yours.
Is this something?
No, this is a big
is
Joey.
This something
Can you
you've
hold
had
my
in the
palm?
house, Max, and your
Joey,
wife's
hold
like,
my
get it
palm.
out.
Yeah, I'll take it.
How do you have so much? Wait, it's just.
Damn.
Oh my god! That's fucked
Look at
up.
this one.
What the fuck? What?
I thought this said MILF Hunt for a second, but it says Milk Hunt. Milk Hunt.
All right, before we get demonetized, we're gonna end the episode. Thanks for watching, guys.
What are your fucking elven eyes see, Chad?
Man, there's some fucking weird looking pussies in this.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.